Welcome to today's session of Your Levels. We will get underway in just a moment. I was about to set up a warm-up level with nobody in the queue, but since Moyako is here, let's actually just get right into yours first. And we'll see how we do. And yeah, Moyako, hope you've been doing well. And let me know if you have a preference between your two most recent ones, Airship Mission or Drybone Partner. Either one will do. I remember failing at one segment of Crouch Mario Challenges a while back. And happy birthday as well. Well, anyway, as your birthday gift, you can select either one for me, or I will just probably start with Airship Mission. And we'll see how we go from there. So let me know if you have a particular preference. We've done most things up to that point, though. So we could even continue doing it in order and go to Drybone level first if you wish. But, alright, let's take a look. And yeah, Oscar Saban, please actually include your level code if you wish to join the queue. And we'll put you in second position. So anyway, the bomb's going to open up. Want to upload your new level tomorrow. Yeah, good luck with that. Whoops. I shouldn't be reading a chat while I'm trying to walk here. Anyway, let's move on. And then as the Spidey's going parade, we'll just open up a little bit more of a gap here. And thank you so much for adding yourself to the queue, Oscar. So yeah, let's just watch the positioning here so we don't get one of them springing back towards us. And then I suppose we should enter the door here. I guess we have to do that before the spike ball has an opportunity to make contact. No, we go left. I completely didn't read that. That's why we're just getting warmed up. Still need to get our heads back into this. Just warm up with the controller again after some time off. Do I play the level beaten? It depends on the level. Because there are definitely some that are too hard for me. And if I know that I'm not going to make much further progress, then we usually have an appropriate time to stop. I do not, however, have any kind of strict time limit. We don't do, you know, maximum 20 minutes or anything like that here. So typically, if it looks like it's something that I am able to beat, I will play until it's beaten, yes. This was a bad idea. We should have jumped up towards the door. I only realized... Yeah, actually, no, we should have let it go over us first. I didn't really even read that properly, so let's just try this again. Yeah, I thought I knew how that was going to go, and then I noticed all the spikes on the right side. Anyway, let's go. And, whoops. Let's not die to the easy stuff. Just getting warmed up. We've been mostly playing Maker 1 over the course of this month. And that shouldn't have too much of an impact. But we need to get our hands comfortable again, and we'll hopefully not do quite so badly with simple things like tapping the D-pad. We sneak on over. Yeah, it's the little extra push that you need to go to head up the slope that can very easily throw me off. So anyway, let's follow these around. And yeah, after a certain point, when... I was watching this spike ball to the left. No, I was about to say, after a certain point, we actually drop into a pit and let the spike balls roll over us when we do that segment with the 5 coins. And there will be a bit of switching from the big spike ball that we need to brace ourselves for. So, and yeah, Oscar statement, if your level is hard, no worries, I'll still try it. I still play hard levels even if I can't make very much progress in them, so it's absolutely fine. I usually don't play quite as badly as I'm demonstrating here right now in what is actually a fairly easy level, so don't be too worried just yet. We will definitely give your level a fair look. I'm really not estimating the speed on these well at all. Wow. We'll stop dying onto really easy stuff first, and then... yeah, just kind of getting thrown off by little quirks of spacing here. I just made a very poor estimate for where that spike ball was going to go. Same here, we need to make sure we give ourselves enough space to work with. And we'll continue over here. Then let's give ourselves a little bit more room. Yeah, didn't think about how all of those were going to drop in. Then, yeah, that's pretty clear, and it's going to bounce back like this. And then it'll be one more round as it goes this way, and then... wait, hang on. Oh, why did I think it was going to hit a switch over there? I totally didn't read the left side again. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was a double toggle, and then I just totally miscalculated that because I was already thinking ahead to what to do with the key door. So, that's okay. Just need to get back in shape here. Dying to really embarrassing stuff so far. And we'll try to not get tricked out too much by that as we go along. Anyway. But yeah, you collect all 5 coins and then you let the spike ball go, and then as it's about to hit the switch one last time, you jump up to the key door. Pretty simple how that's going to go. We just need to make sure we give everything here a little bit of room to bounce around, but not that much room. Alright, down here first. Then we'll grab these 2 second. And yeah, we follow it over like this. And then we shouldn't have done that actually, because we will need to wait for an additional pass now. So not exactly going for the best route here, but we do need to follow it over so we don't get trapped in... no, I was trying to drop down there and I just missed the block because it dashed right over it. So yeah, we do need to plan a little bit sometimes when it comes to the exact path we're taking there. That's trickier than it looks, simply because you do need to find your next move and react quite well. You know, the actual platforming mechanics are very basic Mario movement, of course, but you just need to think about where you're going in advance. So, there's a bit of a mental challenge that you shouldn't underestimate when navigating your way through that space. I do find that pretty rewarding, though. A little space there. Then... okay. And then, yeah, we kind of have to hug right. I guess the arrow was kind of telling me that. Yeah, very easy to dash over this a little too far. You know what? We'll just stay here until the next cycle. It's a little bit slower than what I intended, but then we'll have a moment to reorient ourselves and let this head over. And then we grab the 2 on the left. Then this one over here, we will need to get trapped for 1 round. The problem is that if you're trapped over here, you have a very narrow window to get out of here on the next activation. But then here is where we'll be able to drop in, and we follow it over and get up on top of the key door as it hits. There we go, just like that. And now we are a little time limited here by the bonsai. This section oddly feels kind of like classic Donkey Kong in some ways. And then we're safe up here, I believe. But we do need to let this go and clear the way to checkpoint 1. Which we will take. Anyway, we have 2 doors over here. I don't know where these are connected, so we should check them first. These are just reset doors that connect to each other, but only when an on switch is available. So yeah, we basically have to launch the spike wall over. We need to get within spawning range of it first, or no, we need to reset to respawn it. It doesn't come up through a pipe or anything, it comes up through a parachute. We launch it like this, and then that's going to lower, and then we probably need to chase it without letting it despawn just yet. Yeah, because the switch is going to expire, and then I think we needed to roll it over. But how do we do that without it getting into trouble with all these spike blocks here? We need to basically find a path. It's going to come down here. And perhaps we need to eliminate these... No, it has to go up top. How do we ensure that it goes up top? Tricky. Also, with the P-switch activated, can we actually go back? Yes, I guess we can, and... Oh, possibly... I was trying to go back to see if we could reset, but... Yeah, I don't exactly see how to set up the donut block pattern that we need in order for it to go over, but we'll... Oops. Roll it over first? No, hang on. Airship camera Bob here is causing a few issues as always as well. Anyway, I should just double tap that on-off switch as well in case it's relevant to something later on. Yeah, we need to get ahead, but we can only get so far ahead before the P-switch becomes an issue. Let's watch the rolling pattern first, because I think we just need to lower this, but then... Oh yeah, it does need to go all the way down to the bottom level, so yeah, we just need to lower these two in advance. We need to get here, and then just let it roll off like that into that gap. I think that's pretty much all there is to it. Okay, let's go back and reset that. If we can, because I wasn't exactly sure here. Yeah, we'll do it. And of course the reset door here is... Oh, whoops, no, let's redo it. Going to enforce that you are back in the on state at the beginning of this segment. And then, do we actually need that P-switch at this point, given that everything's been destroyed? Okay. Then, it should roll down here accurately. And steadily cut our way across. Okay, and that's pretty much the goal, unless we get dunked by anything here. We're obviously going to check everything. Hey, Master Sword, in case you want to break everything you can. And, whoops. We're going to check everything. You built it. We're going to see it. Okay. Then what's on top of the Master Sword? Hang on. Big mushroom, there we go, and now we can't get the flag, okay. Alright, we'll smash everything though. And thank you for that, Moyako. And then, oh, we totally didn't actually punch it into bot. Let me mark that as a next and then a win. Then next. There we go. Because I read the code in chat at the beginning and I just didn't actually process it. Anyway, Oscar Sabin, you will be next. And thank you for checking in, and we will indeed bring you up immediately. And let's work on yours. Blue Bomber Challenge. If you can't beat it, I don't blame you. Posting it took an hour. Well, let's take a look. Some clear condition on it anyway. Reached the goal after grabbing all 1 coin. And Moyako, thanks for adding yourself again. We'll probably look at a dry bones level next. Let's scout this out. We're supposed to P-balloon our way across, and ooh, looks like a bit of a precision gap here for that. Yeah, it is going to be some precision flying by the looks of it. No, we just need to go straight horizontally across, and I think we should be able to do it. So we just need to not boost into every projectile, except that icicle's going to hit me pretty quickly. Squink, welcome. The 1 coin is for not cheating. Now, how would I possibly cheat in this one? Oh, probably because we need a P-balloon at the end of it or something. Because it is a vertical drop over here, okay, and then fire flowers down below. Interesting. It looks like you could drop towards that, though, unless we have a coin location that we just don't know about. I mean, we want to take a hit a little later than we're doing. And then there's a passage to the left over here. Yeah, so it is supposed to be kind of a precision flight from what I can see. We know some people who are very good at this. I'm not one of them. But awesome lamp, welcome. What do you got up top, though? That count as cheating? I guess we can't really go through the bumpers after that, but it is possible to then go through here and probably run across the platforms down below. And we will check. I know this is not the intended path and it probably does not fulfill the clear condition, but I'm going to check it anyway because playtesting is what we do. And then, yeah, we kind of need to go over this way. And then, there's the coin. And then we get the fire flowers and we exit. And then we need to do this part. Okay, so we have the clear condition now, and we didn't need to do the P-balloon flight, which is important. This looks like a side thwomp to me. And then let's see what's up here. More thwomps, and then one-way panel is going to prevent any issues with that. Why don't, though, I just... hang on, I gotta try something here. Okay, maybe there's a gate that requires a fire flower later, but we don't know that, so I'm just going to take this with me in case we can get around something with it. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's down. Okay, we should have watched out for that. That's okay. Clear condition level, so we will need to start over. We did see where the coin was located, and we do know that this path will work. As long as we check for that coin location on our way over. Whoops. Yeah, we'll go down. And then, yeah, getting bumped up in the middle will function. We just need to check for this coin location here. And then losing the power-up is no big deal because we get the flower immediately. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, so this is a side thwomp once again. Yeah, there's no need to try to steal the spring early on because we know there's another one that comes very soon after that, so there's no need to grab it. And we should... Oh, I don't know if we'll need a flower once again, but that will hopefully be clear later. So, all these guys are going to come in, and we'll wait until they retract, probably. Oh, okay. That wasn't a good way to do it, but we'll just sneak on through. Whoop. And then blue pipe is at the end over there. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll just try things as we play, so... We will experiment a little bit and occasionally try things that don't necessarily make sense, but which might have some potential. Let's not forget, rather, to grab the coin in that location. We'll wait for the bumper first so we can follow it. No. Just go around. Yeah, I see 3 existing clears in this level, and looking at that, I don't know if those were clears that you saw in video, but I'm pretty sure people didn't clear it that quickly just by trying to fly it through the maze in the standard route. Like, this is clearly the way to go if you see it. Oh. Oh, whoops. Ah, missed it. Hang on, let's see if I can still get it. There we go. Except the burner is now an issue. Okay, oh, that's okay. We should have just grabbed it in the first place. And we'll go this way. Everything after this looks pretty reasonable. We just need to be cautious. It's pretty standard. Swamp dodging, nothing particularly technical. Oh. Okay, that's okay. I'm tall. I can grab it. That's easy enough. And yeah, one level at a time in the queue. Well, you can add yours after I've cleared this one. You're very welcome to add another one. Just wait until I've cleared this one first, because that's just how the bot works. But yeah, you're definitely able to add more later on if you wish. Anyway, let's try to keep the flower this time, just in case we do want it. And we'll just let these go. Oh no, it's going to come back. Can we bounce over here? Yes, we can. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, once again, we don't know yet if there will be some kind of ice block or other flower requirement at the end, but it is something we'll just need to blunder into and see. Not that I can see. But we'll check up here. Over here. Whoops. Okay, it's ground. Oh, and it's the gold. Okay. That's easy enough. And unlike in Maker 1, it's okay if we just hit the goal without touching the tape. I've been playing more Maker 1 than Maker 2 in the past few weeks, and so some of the rules we kind of need to snap our mind back into. So yeah, I'm guessing that my path through the first section was not the intended path, but you know, again, that's what playtesting is for. Because if playtesting, rather if posting it took you an hour, I'm guessing that you did not actually take my path yourself. Because, yeah, I definitely wouldn't have struggled through all of that with the people in, not by choice. But thank you so much for that, and I hope that was useful. Let's see who's next. Back to Moyako. And this one's going to be a harder one, judging by clear rate, that Dry Bones level, and we'll do it, of course, and see how we fare. I mean, Moyako is still here, right? Let me just check, because I don't know if Moyako just kind of dipped out. If Moyako did just dip out, we'll just rotate back one spot and go over to Squink first. And we'll give Moyako a second check later in case they just went AFK for a little bit. But yeah, Moyako was here for the first level, but since we've played them already, if they're not checking in, I'm just going to rotate Squink ahead, and then we'll clear Moyako from the queue after that, if that's not the case. I mean, he was just here, but, you know, I think sometimes he dips out a bit quickly, so let's do this instead. Angry Video Game Nerd. Isn't that the name of a YouTube channel or something? Or like I seem to recall that this is the name of some YouTube thing. I don't know if it's just an act or what is it. But anyway, I'm guessing that this is, you know, what the personality in the thumbnails likes to say a lot. These hitboxes are horrible. What were they thinking? Team Music AVGN. Yeah, maybe it's something I know. I don't really keep up with the big game YouTubers or anything. So. Anyway. Well, something for that guy to prospectively rage about, I suppose. I'll just assume that your pixel art is accurate. Because I know you put quite a lot of attention to those little finishing touches. Great, now this is really going to confuse me after all the big Mario that we were just playing in Maker 1 this week. Obviously we can't just slam into everything here. Hit this and then... Wait a minute. That bounce isn't going to get me nearly far enough, so am I... But we do need to take the bounces because there's going to be another big mushroom gate at the end. I know this from having played... whoops, hang on. Yeah, the bounce that we need to get, I should know how to do this because we've played plenty of big mushroom levels in Maker 2 before that do require it. I'm thinking of some levels by Josh Bones specifically because he made a bunch of these. Sure. I think we just need a particular hitbox off of these. Unless... Oh, Moyako, yeah, Moyako, I put you in the next position. I only bumped you back one spot, so don't worry too much about that. You are still in the queue. We just went ahead to play Squink first. Maybe we just really need to crank it forward. I am trying to jump and get a jump off of these at a precise moment here, but something tells me that's wrong. And that I should remember what it is I'm supposed to do here. It's not going to be taking damage or anything. Yeah, it's not going to be holding into that. I thought it was pressing jump as you get the bounce, but I don't know if that's accurate because we haven't actually done that. Whoops. I mean, it's not this because we obviously do need something to smash this. So let's just try this again. I was hoping that could send us over. Like, if we jump towards the edge, maybe that actually gets us over with the bounce accurately. We just go towards the right edge of the platform. And go right off the... well, not that far. But then that isn't going to get me over the second one. Try to hit only one of the blocks so you can land on the others. Yeah. I see what you mean. No. That's what it is. You need to leave one block alive to bounce on for the rebound. Yeah, no, we've played plenty of Big Mushroom levels that use specifically this. It's just that because I'm kind of going at full speed, I wasn't really thinking about backing out like that. It's obviously what it is. Anyway, Big Mushroom does get the spin kick, doesn't it? I know because it actually does that in Maker 1 as well. We played a few Maker 1 levels that did specifically that earlier this week. Yeah, because it seems like I do need to pull back a little bit too. Leave that block alive. Anyway. You can tell I haven't been playing Mario Maker enough lately to miss something relatively simple like this. Anyway, you do need to smash it over here after a series of bomb kicks. The series of bomb kicks will presumably also smash a whole bunch of ice blocks over your head. Whoops. Yeah, we need to shorten some of these jumps. Whoops, that was maybe not what we were supposed to do in that spot. But yeah, because once the bomb is within spawning range, then you really do need to race against it, so we can't hesitate too much with pulling back here. We just need shorter jumps, I think. And this is basically hold right for the bomb kick. Didn't you need the amiibo to use Mega Mario Maker 1? Yes, I believe you did. I couldn't remember it was unlockable without it, but we were playing some levels that used it this week. And I believe you did need the 8-bit... kind of the blocky Mario in the pipe. That was the 30th anniversary amiibo that launched on the same day as the game, in fact. It launched with Mario Maker 1, if I recall. A little bit slow. But yeah, I mean, as the maker, I think you needed the amiibo. I don't remember if it's separately unlockable like many other costumes are, but it was a huge amiibo perk at a time when Nintendo was starting to try to make amiibo happen. And you have the modern color one? Yeah, I have the classic one with the original brown pants, brown overalls. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember if this got the bomb kick in Maker 2, but it definitely does in 1. You're supposed to drop on top of the cannon after that for that jump. That was going to require a little bit of a pullback. So yeah, shorter jumps. Shorter jumps. Mang, welcome. And yeah, Mang, apparently we're not quite sick of bomb kicking with the Big Mushroom yet. Okay. Too slow in that. Way too slow. So we kind of fell behind there. I'm not exactly sure how, but we'll try to shorten some jumps and see if it fixes the problem. Yeah, a shorter bounce there as we get into spawning range here is potentially going to help. We actually just lost too much momentum, I think. Alright, let's try it again. Whoops, slipped out a little bit. I was holding right there, but I think we entered a bit late to begin with. Okay. Nope, I was trying to do a short bounce there, but that actually has the problem of not breaking this in time, and then we're off by about a block. We do need much better momentum coming out of that cannon. Bang, thank you for the submission. And let's keep going. Okay, let's head down here. I was trying to hang left a little bit there just to get a little bit more forward momentum, but I think we just need a better bounce off of that in general and make sure we catch up. Nope, not quite. And that's alright. Nope. Yeah, I'm losing too much momentum there after that bounce. I really need to land on top of that cannon pretty much immediately and get a bit of a forward dash. But I'm losing too much momentum somehow, and we need to correct it, so... Nope, that's going to be a miss. I think we pretty much just need to fall right off onto the edge of that cannon as it's sinking and then jump immediately. And that's better than trying to pull back or do anything to cut momentum, simply because reaching the cannon in the first place is the obstacle right now, so we'll try to correct for that accordingly. And whoops, there we go. And we'll head up this way. Whoops. Yeah, trying to figure out how to fall in that gently. I think we need to smash the block a little to the left of where we're smashing it and just kind of shorten the jump on the way over towards it. Because we're maybe overshooting the block a little relative to where I should be. We kind of want to cut down towards it diagonally. And in general, we're just kind of overshooting most of our jumps here because that's just my habit when aiming for this 2x2 Mario, I suppose. We'll try to catch up here and not fall off too badly. Nope, that's going to sail right over. Yeah, I am trying to land on a cannon, but I'm trying to do it without cutting momentum, and that's the tricky bit here. Whoops. Still falling a bit behind on our way over. And let's try again. Yeah, just need to go a little further over. Just get here faster in the first place. Now this is the moment for truth. Not quite. I was kind of pulling back a little bit to hitting that block, then jumping for the bomb too far to the left. Yeah, I'm not really quite going off the edge, am I? That's what happens when I don't really have a habit of properly edge jumping like a lot of players will. I know, too much of a smash over there. Okay, let's go this way. And then... there we go. Oh. A little late in that second hit. Whoops. Yeah, so you do need to stomp one, land on a second, stomp one, land on a second, and then that gets you up to the on-off switch. Just reading that for the first time, and I did slow down a little bit there, so I was already kind of mindful of falling behind a scroll, but that's okay. Not too many moving parts there that will cause problems for us once they spawn in, as long as the wing blocks are in position. Smash. And then another similar jump over here. I saw that coming. We just weren't really in position for it. You can almost be over the spike before you take damage, yeah. That's the thing about the hitbox on this guy. It takes a little bit of reading when it comes to where you're making contact with a pixel art. Now let's try this once again. Yeah, I pulled back excessively there once again. And again, it is that I'm probably jumping much too early before I sort of slip off the cannon where I'm standing. I mean, that's also because the curvature on the top corner of the cannon is sometimes deceptive too, in terms of where you can stand, and that's also true not even with Big Mario, but with the other forms as well. Where I could tell I was behind a scroll at that point. Oops. Speaking of hitboxes, and just missing jumps completely. Okay, let's go down here. And then, whoops, not quite. Anyway, let's just head over here. It's always a bit of a gamble as to whether we're going to make that particular landing, but we'll try to make it work. Speaking of which, hope things are sounding fine on the audio side, since this is a music level and we should experience it in its full glory. Alright, let's punch this. Yeah, we're definitely leaving much too early on that, because we can pretty much have Mario half over. It seems like the collision priority is still going to favor bridge. Kind of goes against instinct. Again, we're pulling back and cutting too much momentum. Tricky one to make. And there we go. I'll read your latest message in just a moment. You probably could have just had a gap there. Oh, I see. Yeah, because then it's a little more obvious that you can stand over it. Since the hitboxes are going to work that way anyway. I mean, if I just visualize it as a gap, I suppose that doesn't quite solve the problem, but gets me a bit closer. just kind of hold right into this and hope it works, and then... Oh, once again. I can see that I'm sort of backing into it, but I'm trying not to overshoot. And you have to come in at a really shallow angle almost. You can see very clearly, I'm sure, when I'm sort of pulling back on Mario's jump, since I will face backwards a little bit, and then... Okay, stop, fall, stop, fall. Stop, fall, and then we lost a little bit too much momentum there as we slammed into that. I don't know why I kind of backed out of that one, but... Nope. Usually jiggle the handle on landing. Jiggle the handle. Oh, you mean... Yeah, because I'm playing with D-pad, so if you're meaning like jiggling the stick, that's a little different. Okay, a little slow there, but then that's the end of the segment as far as we can tell. With the 10 coin over the 2 blocks that you can smash up at the very end. 2 rows of blocks rather, ice block and hard block. Anyway, smash everything up, and then... Nope. Again, had a couple of issues heading up to the on-off switch there. Yeah, we'll see what we can do with that, because definitely I very easily spill off of the cannon by breaking this on top. Kind of need to hit the blocks there as far to the left as possible, I think. Now, I knew that I had a bit of an extra jump in there that was already slowing me down quite a bit relative to the auto-scroll, so that was going to be trouble. And we'll need to fix that up a bit. Nope, not quite. Okay. Not quite. Once again, slow down a bit much going towards that. We'll see. Definitely some improvements we can make here, even relative to the scrolling boundary early on. We'll just... Oops, nope, spilled right off. Then, we'll just hang on over here. Whoops. Pulled back a little too much there. I was trying to make a very shallow landing. Towards the block. Yeah, basically we're jumping too high and too far. Going towards that. Want to hit the block as far to the left as possible without outright missing the cannon. We can maintain rightward momentum the whole way into the landing and still have enough time to jump out afterwards. Again, too much of a bounce. But we kind of need to land on the cannon with rightward momentum. That should resolve some issues. Backed into it a little excessively. And of course, this is just segment 1. We'll have segment 2 coming shortly after this. Okay, that felt clean. I can always sort of tell when it's going to go well. As is that. Let's not get crushed. As the level says, I guess you get crushed. I'm sure there was a sound effect there too, if Oh, no, we needed it to land on the left side. Let's not reset. And Boom Boom is going to express some rage as well, I see. Took a little long there. Try to catch up on the scroll a little bit. I was trying to jump off the shell there, but then we came in late. Oh, it says AVGN. Okay, I totally thought it said OG and that it was going to be a sound effect if you get... Well, I mean, I suppose there wouldn't be a unique effect that you could tile onto the layout there if you get crushed by the screen boundary, but maybe one could spawn in on the right side of the screen just in time or something. Just a thought. It says AVGN anyway. Now we know. I was trying to get to high bounce on the last one, I just missed it. Pretty simple segment here, though, relative to the first one. Without having to deal with the cannon setup that we had so much trouble with. Whoops. That's stuck there for a moment. Yeah, you do need to catch the shell at a particular point, I think, in order to really get out of it cleanly. Maybe. I could tell I was a little slower than usual at that point, so... It's because we tripped over the on-off switch on our way there. Much better. You catch the shell down low. Whoops, nope. You do need to squash that all at once. Okay, let's smash that up. Then it feels nice and clean when you do manage to get it. Then stump jump over here, and then... yeah, I was trying to get a Vine Cling there. I guess you are dead. So there is a bit of a being beaten by the scroll boundary screen over here. So I was trying to figure out what it was I was smashing into when landing in such a fashion. And yeah, because I didn't have time to really count how many blocks I was dealing with there on either the floor or the ceiling to break open the vine. And maybe you just need to hold up into the smash or something. And... No. No, you just need to jump and land on the left side so you have a block to stand on, of course. Same concept as the rest of the level that we had been missing up to that point. Yeah, I've basically used the Big Mushroom Bounce in so many levels up to this point. I don't know why we just kind of blanked on it at the beginning and at the end of the level. Yeah, need to react to that a little bit faster, of course. Because I smashed the left ice block and I was taking a moment to process what to do at that point. And, well, it's fairly obvious, but we were still a bit slow on the uptake. Oh, hesitated a little bit long over there. Hopefully that's not going to be too compromising when we catch up to the shell and try to realign ourselves. Oh. Yeah, once again, the extra little bounce at the end there as we landed caused me slight problems. Yeah, I wonder if we should just break the left side on the ice there, or if it's easier to break the ice fully and just land on the left after that jump. It might be. Because then you don't have that additional time from falling down one additional row, going from the ice row to the hard block row. If it's at all clear what I mean by that. I mean, it works to just hit the left side of the ice. We were just, once again, a little slow to get up to the pipe. Whoops. Trying to shave our jumps just a little too tightly here. Let's try again. Anyway, Bounce. Bounce. Left. Yeah, I keep forgetting to account for that one additional bounce, which is why it seems like I'm stalling for a moment there. That's because I actually hit the jump input too early, expecting a high bounce or something just instinctively. So... definitely a couple of things we can sort out, especially with some of the height of the jumps as well, just to get ahead of the auto-scroll boundary a little bit better. Nope. Trying to get to Divine Cling. Oh, you're also pretty sure you can't actually grab a vine. You know, that's a good point. I've been trying to think about it as a vine grab, and that was not the best way to go about it. There we go. And that's a GG. With all of the hammers just disappearing off the top. And Luca wants to skip the queue. Yeah, we'll respect that. Let me just rotate you in, Luca. And... as far as order goes, I know that... oh, art and comments. Let's take a look at that while I talk about the order. So, Luca, I'm going to bring you in with the skip the queue reward. And I know, technically, Meng, that you have sub-priority as well, but I'm going to do Moyako first after Luca, because Moyako just kind of missed a call from a bathroom break right before this level. And it's also Moyako's birthday, so... order will go Luca, Moyako, Meng from the sub-priority, probably, and then we'll kind of move around a bit. And yeah, don't worry too much, Oscar Seaman. I mean, I played one of yours already. I'm glad to play one of yours again, but we do need to do some queue management here. So, anyway, we were looking for... oh, I see. It's... is this what the guy looks like? Okay. I don't actually watch the channel, right? So I don't know how close it is. But anyway. So close, apparently. Thanks for drawing my attention to the developer art. And we'll do a little bit of queue rotation here. Let me just see. Yeah, Luca, no worries about skipping. I mean, you are around often enough, and I know you use that very sparingly, even though you're sitting on a massive pile of points. So let me just make sure I've got current code, which is just your maker code. Moyako, you'll be after Luca. Luca had a queue skip redemption. So order is going to be Luca, Moyako, Meng. And then Awesome Lamp, Oscar. Bridging bad. Please, do not touch the bridge. Thank you. This is a playtest from the upcoming Super World. Let's see what you've got. And it's my first time looking at this one. So, what happens to the bridge? Yeah, it gets eliminated. Oh, need to slide into that, obviously. So there is a... sounded like some kind of shroud trigger. I don't know if it was by proximity or as you spawn in a current position. Yeah, and then you just... I think it must be by proximity. Anyway. Yeah, so you do get a little bit of a rest stop in each location, and then you run up ahead. Pop this guy, and then... oh, whoops. I didn't think about this platform under my feet being eliminated. I thought I had enough time to wind up a little jump over to the checkpoint flag, so I just kind of misread that. I mean, I don't know if there was much of a clue apart from everything else being destroyed, but up to that point there wasn't actually something that would eliminate anything higher than ground level, so that caught me a little by surprise. I guess there was an earlier instance of some of the large spike balls as well, so... yeah, Squink, thanks for resubmitting. Whoops, totally didn't watch the munchers here. And document, welcome. Oh, I completely went to the wrong place. That's okay, we didn't trigger the event, so we can just come back up, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm hearing the sound effects, but I'm trying to visualize what the setup must look like under the poison. It's very clean, by the way, the way that everything's put together here. We should have saved the dry bones, and we have nothing under the key door now. I was sure it was Sideways Stomp, I just couldn't quite visualize how it was going to go, because it's the only kind of proximity trigger under you that I can think of that would work that way. But, let's try to read that segment again, accurately. Oh, a bit slow here. I was wondering if there was anything I could hit under the key door to give me a platform there. It wouldn't be anything like that. I think something has to spring into position after you... I keep running off the flag just like that, instinctively. Let's go back and take a look. Anyway, this is just a little beta preview from our most anticipated game of 2024. Yeah, Dry Bones dies, we probably shouldn't do that, because we do need to bounce on top of it on the way back just to buy time, I think. And maybe there's something... I haven't read this properly yet. I was trying to scan around to see if there was something like a donut drop that would take us down to the key door from up above, but I didn't really get a look at it. So we'll have to go back to it. Yeah, it's funny, because this is kind of like the opposite of those Enchanted Road levels that build the stage as you go, right? And then, oh yeah, blue platform. I didn't even register that as a blue platform because it kind of blended in pretty well. Pretty obvious now that I think about it. Anyway, blaster over here. Over to Bones. Oh, over to Cannon, yeah. I guess the little flash was supposed to tell me about it. And Sugar Falcon, welcome. It was Sugar Falcon all along. Yeah, once again, let's actually watch the coins and watch the flash. And yeah, stolen from Gacha Setups. That's pretty much what they also said on the GDQ glitch stream that Carl presented yesterday, I think, or was it 2 days ago? Yesterday. Or 2 days ago. I'm trying to remember because I actually watched it on a delay. I mean, Sugar Falcon was grinding viewer levels for several years straight. Almost every day, if not every day, and you're bound to see some way to create something interesting after all that time, I'm sure. So. Just need to maintain your will to live, you know, after all that. That's all there is to it. We need to jump onto Cannonball much later to just give ourselves some room up to the Piranha Plants, because the blocks under them will stay intact. We just need the Piranha Plants to be eliminated first. We need much better momentum doing that, though. We do need kind of left to right momentum getting on top of the ball. You skip all the good levels and just recreate them so that no one sees them. Yeah. Oops. That was a reading chat death for sure. Okay. Let's head over. And then get ourselves momentum here. Much better. Oh, it took too long to read that. I was thinking, yeah, looks like we'll probably need to stomp multiple bones in a stack until one of them flies up for me to get me sufficient height to get over to the... No, none of them have wings, actually. We just need to wait for that to spawn. Okay, I should have done full bounces on all of those. I was trying to wait for some kind of event trigger, and I didn't exactly see what was going to happen, so we'll try that again. Yeah, a little bit of forward momentum going into this guy, and that's perfect. Okay, we'll just delay a little bit while the mechanism catches up, and then we'll trigger the next segment here. Boom Boom, of course. Our recurring nemesis. No one ever reads descriptions. Was there a description? And then we just fall in. I can't even read the description anymore because a communication error has occurred. If Makers 3 removes descriptions, would we really notice? Anyway, thank you so much, Luca. I hope that was a useful test. If you want to see how somebody could totally misread the obvious. Moyako, you will be next. And then after that, we'll give Mang the sub-skip. Happy birthday again, Moyako. A communication error occurred the moment I didn't read the description. Yeah, the entire experience there was, I guess, technically a communication error. And yeah, Luca, thanks for sending me Sugar Falcon's level. I feel like that's a communication error in its own right. Anyway, Tribone Partner is the only one on the list we haven't really done. 0.65, and then we will once again use our mind and our reflexes, as Moyako typically advises. Let's see it. Tribone Partner. Yeah, Document. Super Sugar Falcon World is looking great. That's what happens when the Sugar and the Falcon work together. And then we need to shell to the left. Yeah, we just need to align ourselves a little better so we get a stomp, which will presumably lower the blaster column and allow me to land on top of the bone shell as it's going down. So let's just treat it like a little bomb kick, and then it's a second stomp on the shell. We just needed to see that happen first to read the timing. Makes sense. Nope. Let's kick it a little more accurately here. A little more accurately here. I was thinking, okay, we need to hang right and really make sure we kick it to the left. And that's what happened. Oh. Hit the Goomba, but not the shell. That's not exactly what we're going for either. So there is a specific hitbox here. And then we just need to practice it a little bit and, you know, actually react to success, which is always a bit of a hindrance. Okay. No, that's supposed to be going down, I think. Then as the bomb goes... no, I'm trying to see if we can wrap around directly or if we need to get into bone shell form first. And just let the bomb, or rather let the swamp do its business and head back up. We will see. Yeah, I think we do need to get into the bone form first because... Otherwise... no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. We'll go back and try it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we can sail, but on the other hand, we can't, so... A little bit too much bouncing on the shell as we go back and forth is the same thing I run into all the time with Kuribo's shoe. Just need to learn how to hold still from time to time, and then... Yeah, okay, now we'll just realign ourselves, and I totally didn't see the parachute. So I assumed the Thwomp was going to come down at full speed because we didn't even bother looking at its speed the first time. But yeah, if you do a little bit of a bone shell duck there, you can kind of realign yourself and have a more relaxed timing. Okay, let's stop bouncing all the way down. As you can see, I was just trying to position myself and then going back and forth is causing problems. Okay, hold still. Now we jump. Now let's go down. Now let's... Oh, once again, parachute. And then, yeah, we're stuck here. Although, of course, we could have just jumped out of the shell on the way. I was just trying to see... No, I don't think so. We have to drop the shell on top of the note blocks. That's what it tells us. So we do need to make it over to a shell on top of the muncher, drop them on top of the note blocks, activate the bomb for the on-off switch. And then hold still. You know what? Why don't we just go directly? The timing for that is much better. And we'll just take the death there just because. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we just do this a sensible way? That lowers that column. We need to do something here. What is that coin telling me? Oh, you know what? Yeah, we can actually just bounce on top of this. Didn't even look at that. It looks like this is probably just a back kick that would send that over to the key, and then we just jump on top of the shell again over at the coin. And then, do we get to grab the shell again? Yes, we need to. We're actually going to keep the whole same shell the whole way through, but it looks like... Oh, no, trying to get out of that quickly, and we didn't. We just didn't read this quickly enough to, you know... I was holding up and trying to get out of the shell form. But we were a little bit slow on reading that once again. So we will try it. Up. Yeah, pretty interesting conceptually to just keep that one bone shell and use it for all kinds of purposes as we treat it like the Swiss Army knife of power-ups that are also shoes. Okay, let's try to land a little more accurately. Here, no. Too accurately. Just in the wrong direction. Nope. We're apparently much too good at landing on this. Failing to get the kick every time. There we go. Yeah, we actually can wrap around, except we need to do so much more accurately. Nope. What a very tall Goomba. There we go. Actually going a little too far to the left. Nope, too late that time. Yeah, still just trying to find the right position for that. And accounting for the little bounce on the shell as we make our way across. Okay. Okay, and there's going to be a kick over here. And we grab it on the other side. Let's hug it over here so it just makes it easier for me to grab it again. And then we try to get out of shell form quickly. Then... yeah, I guess we did need to go on top of that. I'm actually not quite sure here. Yeah, we needed to ride the thwomp across. I see, I see. But we can do that, right? Or... No, we needed the on-off switch first, I see. Because we needed the thwomp to hit it. Yeah. I see how that was notated. Now, at least we do know that the thwomp can be respawned if we do miss it, going left or right. Our Mango, welcome. Okay, let's hit this accurately this time and then move on over. Then, once again, we'll do the kick. Whoops. Yeah, we'll try not to sweat the simple stuff too much here. Yeah, hitting that a little further to the right does help. In terms of not making contact with the Goomba too high up. Which is what is giving it a little priority over to Spiny sometimes in a way that we're not quite satisfied with. Anyway, pretty interesting sequence here. We need to get out of here pretty much immediately. Raise this. And then, after that, we can probably just oh, we do need the key, huh? That's okay, we can do that. Almost looks like a bonus key. It didn't really seem particularly required. You kind of had to notice it. Whoop. Nope, hang on. Went too early on that, just couldn't get out of trouble. I will need the second key. Okay, wasn't totally clear. But we will go for it, of course. And we'll try to land it a little bit more successfully. Zach Divine, welcome as well. And thanks Power Mango and Zach Divine for your submissions. We'll try to get to you without too much of a delay. Nope, not quite. Not quite. Once again, just landing perfectly on that Goomba, unfortunately. Is slightly offset to the right from where the shell is located. Rather, it's more accurate to say the shell is slightly offset to the left, perhaps, but it does mean that I need to aim a little better at the right side of Goomba to begin with. And Power Mango, thank you so much for all the little itty bitties. Yeah, we're only worth about 7 right now, but we'll try to improve on that. Hang on, let's pay attention here. This first jump, there we go, got the kick. Now let's wrap her around. Oh, and I just missed a jump button. Hang on. We're not playing that well today. Okay. Let's get back to the interesting part. Without causing ourselves too many problems. So yeah, this will just be the shell kick. There we go. Caught it accurately. Let's hook this all the way to the right to just make things a bit easier going into this segment. Yeah, you pretty much need to go up immediately here. Then... yeah, we don't particularly care about that thwomp, we just need to fall into the shell accurately here. And then this is kind of with the expectation that you would respawn the lower thwomp, I guess. So... makes me wonder if that is the intended pattern. Let's not nudge our way over the thwomp if that happens. Let's try to just kind of... yeah, I guess we need to despawn it first, and then thank you so much. For knowing our worth, I guess. Much appreciated, Power Mango. And then this will be a kick that we have to chase over to the other side. Oh, no. I knew that was the jump over here. We were just a little slow on that because I saw the 2 columns here and I just kind of had to process that quickly. But yeah, you know, you just jump over there before the second activation and you can kind of see what's going on there with the bomb. Again, just reading us slowly when we're there for the first time. Oops, nope, that's a mistake. Can we bounce up here and go all the way up? Not quite. Actually, we might be able to. Hang on. Let's salvage. No, we can't salvage. Okay. Yeah, lots of interesting ideas throughout for this little single shell variety show. Okay. Nope. Yeah, the first bounce here never quite goes the way I like, but we'll try it again. Oh, whoops. Again, just caught out a little bit by the bounce on the bone shell as we're just getting into position. Whoops, no. I feel like this little collision alone is significantly deflating the clear rate. Whoops. And once again, just let's not bounce off the edge quite like that. As we get out of the fussiness of the first section, we can, whoops, get back into the fun stuff. Let's, nope. Amazing how poorly I visualized that hitbox. There we go. There we go. Much better this time, on both counts. A kick, and then down here, up, and yeah, it is very, very readable. We've just been doing it a little slowly. I wonder if there's a way to do this without having to do the respawn despawn on Lower Swamp. I think we just need to not activate it in the first place. If that were the case, so let's go back and forth. Despawn by going left, respawn by going right. And that's in position. Now let's not nudge our way off of it until we're quite, oops, ready. Got it a bit early. Okay, good. Feels quite comfortable to jump on top of that muncher once you just do it properly. Then... no, too far. Yeah, you pretty much need to hit up immediately after going down here, otherwise the conveyor sends you way too far, and I tend to underestimate that. Which is the opposite problem from that later segment where we died before. Oh, whoops. Nope. Yeah, if I can hit this early jump just a little more reliably, that'd be good. Can't go too far right, otherwise we just make contact with the Goomba. That is a pretty exact location you have to land on, and we have a bit of trouble hitting it the way we would like. There we go. Okay, let's kick it. On off. Back down. Okay, we came in a bit late there, but that's okay, we made it. Then we'll do this bit this way. Let's try to fall accurately. We'll respawn it. Okay, we'll just land cleanly and not nudge ourselves back and forth until this time. Then we send this over and race it. There we go. That's one key. And that's two keys. And that's checkpoint. So let's remember not to hit restart. And the bone shell rejoins us, after taking a bit of a checkpoint break in its own right. Okay. Just try to reposition every now and then. Do I need to get out in time? There we go. I know we do need to, of course, get into bone form before we hit the twisters, and let the twisters pass. I knew that, we just didn't hit the timing. Let's try it again. Oh, no. Again, let's just take the death. need to work on our accuracy. Can I get through at beginning standing still? Good question. I mean, bone form also freezes the icicles, which is something that we need to keep in mind. Oh! Totally wasn't watching that. I was already kind of watching the twister pattern up top. I didn't even look at my shell position there. Yeah, I wonder because the icicles shave pretty closely though. So yeah, not even collapsing. I know what you mean. Obviously, we would just have to stand still and not have that bump from moving left or right. We can try it. I mean, we're right at checkpoint. We can burn an attempt on stuff like this. No. The conveyor belt. I mean, I didn't even nudge that, I don't think. Oh, maybe I did on landing there. We'll try it one more time just to check. I'm also just curious. Yeah, no, you just get peeled off right away at the first one. It is partly a height check as well, so that's why it doesn't work. Even if you're standing still there. Very important to know that for later, in case we do have that one tile gap again. Another point. Oh, no, we got too far there. I mean, we could just go quickly and get across that before the icicles come down. Let's try to do this a little more cleanly. Yeah, this one is just a bit of a release timing check, so we get out right on time. And just get out. Then nudge our way across. Yeah, kind of knowing what the delay is like on reviving yourself is pretty critical throughout this whole experience, as you can see, otherwise you run into issues like that. You need to have a very good sense of how long it takes to get out of the shell form, even if you are trying to get out with the up button manually, or just by releasing. Yeah, this is a second one over here. It's a bit of a tight margin, but it is doable. Of course, there could potentially be some variance in the twister positioning depending on how you're scrolling into that by the camera, but we'll try to make it over, and we'll see if there's any kind of shell check over here. You want to stay collapsed for the maximum amount of time ground pound, yeah. But we often don't want the maximum amount of time here, that's the thing, and this level is that we actually do have precise releases. This is just a shell check room. And the shell returns. And yeah, it looks like the bottom... Well, it's going to come over and then we have to jump out and then jump on top of dry bones. Maybe we do need a shell kick here to give ourselves a second shell on the other side. Yes, that is necessary. And then I was trying to duck out of that in time and we didn't get it. However, yeah, no, we can't make it over this. That is a death. Yeah, I did see that coming, I just hit down just a little bit late. Yeah, I think when reading this for the first time, sometimes I do want to err on the side of giving myself an extra shell to work with. And then the second one over here is definitely a bit tricky to time sometimes. But It's happened pretty reliably so far, so we'll just make it all the way across and jump over. And yeah, Power Mango, I know I've got this. I just sometimes have to put it into work and crash out in silly ways first. Yeah, because it gives you the shell over here. That's what it does. Very neat, in fact, that it does that. I wonder what is happening with that question block down below. Interesting. Anyway. Okay. Nope. Yeah, you have to land pretty accurately in the shell, because if I jump into it, that's too late to get down. Because I am jumping into it and basically holding down, trying to collapse as quickly as possible, and it doesn't collapse quickly enough. You need to land accurately. Game audio died, we'll fix it. Thank you for letting me know, Meng, and we'll repair that right away. And let me just see if we can do this without crashing the stream or anything. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Yeah, Power Mango, I don't know if Meng has anything to do with mangoes. But that's just a deeper part of community lore that we're not aware of. Oh, nope, it was standing in a bad position that time. I mean, I guess the arrows do give you some pretty firm suggestions for where optimal locations are, but it did depend a little bit on how you are spawning into twisters. So there is going to be a little bit of variance there, I think, that we... Actually, no, by the time you go over to the conveyor belts, I think that already spawns the twisters in a consistent position. Maybe that's how it does it. Yeah, because then it gives you suggestions that should, in fact, work. Yeah, because the conveyor belt actually is the bit that tries to make the twister spawns as reliable as possible. It should be within range, judging from what I'm seeing, but... Whoa. Try this again. Yeah, because if all the twisters spawn in at this point, then we should be able to get over there quickly. If we do it quickly, then we can just follow the guidance. Imagine that. Oh, let's get over here. Yeah, and if you don't follow the guidance, of course, this is what happens to you. And previously, we weren't following the guidance at all. That was just kind of figuring out my own positioning. Which, oddly enough, seemed to go better. Although there was a bit of a tight little double collapse that we do need to fit in there. Yeah, let's just try to get up. Oh, no. Just didn't make that jump. Better to play it safe and just lower the icicles at different times. Make sure we do have a backup plan in case we do miss something. Should be easy. Okay, plenty of room on this one. Plenty of room here as well. Let's try to be somewhat symmetrical about this so it can cross over. Get out. And get out. Yep. It's better to improvise. I can kind of see how we can make that behave reliably. In terms of how I should be reading the twisters and position myself between them as they pass over. Anyway, let's grab this. Oh, let's do it without the shell kick this time if we want, because it just lands over here, and that's how it's supposed to look if you don't depend on the additional shell kick. Okay, land accurately. There we go. Much better. There's the checkpoint. Okay, looks like we need to do shell kicks into the on-off switch while letting the fire bars pass over us. Yeah, because I think we let the shell... Yeah, we let this pass over us first. Then, oh, no. Hang on, I was trying to get out cleanly enough so that I can actually do the kick. And the problem is that I'm not able to jump out of it. Hang on. I was hoping I could just jump out of this and kick it, but the ceiling isn't giving me enough room to do that, so I wonder if there's a better way to do it. Because I feel like, yeah, I am supposed to jump out and kick it, right? But I can't seem to do that. There we go. Oh, we need to get out. Oh! Oh, now we have no shell, because we blocked the pipe. Okay, that's a death. That's okay, we're right at checkpoint. Okay, we need to find a way to get out of that shell a little more reliably so it can just happen on demand when we're stuffed against a column like that. Yeah, because there is a shell dispenser, it's just that it has to... Whoops, no, we don't want to do that, obviously. I was trying to give myself a little more room yet to get the shell on top. And the timing is such that you are supposed to dodge the fire bars once and then do the shell kick, but the kick is a little bit fussy in terms of our ability to actually get out of this. Okay, not against the wall. How am I so good at this? Well, I wouldn't say that so far. And then, oh, there we go. Then we go over to the other side to do something very similar, symmetrical. And we just duck this way and then try to... Yeah, we actually kind of need to run a little bit with this and give myself a bit of momentum to punch it, and then we need to do that faster, of course. But basically, we need to be kind of running in one direction as we try to jump out. Like, we need to have a running start, or a bouncing start, I suppose, to get out of the shell accurately. And we just do it like that. We don't need to do the whole dodge unless it's as an emergency measure. In fact, it's easier if we don't, because then we can just time this a little bit better. So we run right, and then kick, and then go back. And try not to break it, because if we break it, we're dead. So then it's going to be just a bit of back and forth until the bone shell comes down. That'll presumably get me over to the key at some point. Let's just wait. And Awesome Lamp, I'll answer you in a moment. Submit me whatever. You know, I will look at whatever you give me, but I didn't actually read your whole message. You said, guess you just submitted a good level without asking, but you made a terrible level recently. And was designed to be awful. Yeah, I mean, it might be an experience. It's up to you when we get to you what you feel like. And yeah, we know you don't always do garbage or anything like that, so I trust you enough to have made it interesting. Actually, Awesome Lemon, I'm still thinking about that kind of spot the difference level that you made a little while ago. That had a bit of a twist to it. I'm not saying that we're expecting an equivalent experience, I'm just saying, you know, you have some idea of what you're doing when you want to subvert expectations. Thank you so much for the GGs, and thank you, Moyako. Yeah, it took me a while to, you know, get past that first jump in terms of actually successfully kicking the spiny shell over to the on-off switch, but once we were past that, everything else just kind of load together quite nicely. I bet that was responsible for a pretty high number of deaths, because this doesn't feel like a 0.65 except for, you know, little moments like that. But anyway, deservedly very popular. So, yeah, this is going to be the sub-next for Mang next, I believe. Let me make sure I mark this as a win. And then after that, we'll just go straight down to queue. Let me just check the current state so people know where they are. Again, hopefully we don't make you folks wait too long. And Mang, you're going to upload a playtest? Yeah. And we'll just reload until you have that. Communication error incoming, I know. Which means it's particularly important that we read the description, I'm sure. And it is up. Tree for speed. Big arrow here pointing to the tree. Puzzle solving, apparently. So anyway, let's remember what it says in the description, because that's clearly going to be vital before communication errors become abundant. What did that say again? Okay. What a non-suspicious tree. Anyway, what does this tree want to give me? Tree is going to send me up, and then... Oh, this will be interesting. Because you're telling me that... Oh, this is very interesting. How do you even find this? Because, basically, if you get up onto the tree while 3D Mario here is in his boost, that actually gets preserved? How does that... Did anyone here know this? Should it be treed for speed? No, probably. Luca accidentally discovered this while we were making for... Yeah, I've never seen this. This is a very, very fun discovery. And I guess it's dependent on 3D World Mario's little extra dash here, right? After a certain bit of distance. And it conserves the momentum from that one to give you the extra tile. That is a crazy little thing here. So that means that we have to conserve momentum going over there as well, right? But then how are we going to do that? Let's see. Well, that's why we have to puzzle this out. Let's do the conveyor again. Long jumps, maybe? And then, like, if we jump and then long jump and then just maintain speed and then get up to that tree, let's see. No, that doesn't get me nearly far enough. Yeah, I've definitely never seen anything even close to this. But then... Okay, so actually, no, just a standard jump will do if you want to maintain speed. I don't know why I thought long jump would be the answer here, but... That should maintain speed enough to give you... Wow. Wow. That is incredible. Good thing there's a clear visual indication of full speed in the 3D World style. And then you get on the tree while you've got speed, and then... Oh, no, not quite. What about those coins down below? What is that telling me? Let's try to bounce back and then... Make sure we hold into that. No, not quite. Maybe we need to maintain speed after dashing initially. Yeah, we get to dash speed. Hang on. And is that maintained after we deflect? Let's see. No, it's not. That's not that. Then what are the coins here telling me? Let's see. Well, we know we need to get the bounce back. But then I wonder if we need to land first and then develop enough speed going into the tree. Let me see about this. No, hang on. We need to actually grab a tree, of course. So what if we... Maybe it's not directly from the spring, then. Nope. Wait. Reverse. Hang on. We're not getting full speed coming out of the spring there, are we? So it's not this. I was hoping it was short bounce, and then it seemed like we get into the dash animation there after the short bounce. But I might be wrong about that. No, we don't. Like you get a little rocket boost there, and then... Hang on. We do need to cling onto the tree, of course. No, not quite. So what is it? Maybe we need to have enough speed to kind of wall jump off the end here? No, that cuts speed though, right? So that can't be it. No, that's not it. Because I felt like we might have needed enough dash speed, like going here, and then we jump up. But then if we jump up too closely, it doesn't quite work like that. Because I was thinking, you know, you short bounce over, but then it seems much more natural to do something like this, right? We don't seem to be building up nearly enough speed to do that. The coins down below were telling me something. What if we kind of do a backward deflection? Where we don't change directions, we'll just... well, we don't want to hold right into that, obviously, but... Because you're maintaining speed like this, wouldn't you need to reverse into this? I'm not seeing it. What do we just go naturally like this and into neutral? Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so in case it's not clear how that worked, we've figured it out. You don't reverse direction at all. You go into neutral. Which is what the N stands for in the channel, by the way, for anybody wondering. Yeah, so let me explain this for a moment, because it's not clear at all, I think, visually from what I did. You get a full run, you get a little rocket boost, you jump over onto the bounce pad, and then you let go. You don't continue to hold right, obviously, because when you make contact with a spring, that would send you into the water. You also don't hold left, because that would reverse direction and reset your speed. So basically, if you get a full bounce that bounces you back while you were still kind of at maximum speed going left to right, then that gives you the extra tile. So that's what it taught me. It took me a little while to get through that. That's the kind of thing where I really hope people don't like report you to Nintendo when it gets stumped on that room. Because it totally works, it's just... That's, I can definitely see some people just kind of crashing out of that one, where they realize what's going on. Okay, so we need to figure out now how to maintain speed over multiple trees, if I'm not mistaken. Then it's not going to be from just running up that. First of all, let's be very clear about what's going on here. Oh, donut block here. Why would that be? Is that a death? Looks like it would be if you're doing that. I wonder if it is going to be something like a series of slides or something, where you need to, you know, kind of develop speed over here. Let's try it, because it's the only thing I can think of. Whoops, let's not have the accidental up, of course. Because if you can get the little rocket boost at the end of that... No, not quite. Well, we're likely going to time out here. Yeah, because it gives you the little boost there. I wonder if it is going to be ground pound on this, and just this. Then you wouldn't be able to face into the right direction to do the wall jump, right? And the wall jump would reverse you, which is not what you want. So you need some way to get the full running speed going into this thing here. Because I would assume that you have to kind of maintain that going from one tree to the next, and that maybe this is supposed to teach you that if you have full speed going into the right side tree, then it maybe maintains that property going into the left side tree. I'm not exactly sure. Yes, you really kind of need to reverse engineer some of the momentum mechanics here. Also, I guess we should be careful not to hit this, right? Because then we would be back in the previous room. That'd be all kinds of bad news. But again, playtest, I'm sure that was not something you were going to keep there. Because it does kind of obstruct my positioning a little bit to have this over here. Yeah, I know you overlooked that. That's pretty obviously a temporary thing. Where you didn't expect me to actually die here. Does that cause issues for my positioning? No, I mean, you had to clear check from checkpoint, so it can't be a problem. You had to clear check from checkpoint. How did you overlook that? Oh well. So then... Yeah, I'm trying to give myself enough room to dash or do something here. But I'm not clear which direction we should be headed in. And whether, perhaps, after something like the ground pound and wall jump, we would actually maintain speed. Doesn't look like it. I was thinking of, like, the backwards dive over here as well. I don't need that corner. Yeah, okay. Alright, good to know. Then, what we need, can we slide down like this? Maybe if we just come down here. And then backwards on a slope? I don't know. Forward on a slope. Backward on a slope doesn't give you the wall jump. Whoops, nope. Yeah, this kind of thing happens very easily accidentally. I need to redo it. Hang on. Okay, so let's try to redo everything reliably, which I think we can at this point, up to that location. So here, we just get full speed here, and then jump. Maintain full speed going into the tree. I can't believe you found this. Still. Absolutely crazy mechanic. Okay, so here, once again, we bounce and then go neutral right here. And then up. Then that's reliable. Then we're back in this room. I think we just kind of do a bit of a running start then. It looks like I do kind of get a rocket boost there, but I wonder if we needed to... I mean, you can't just ground pound into it, because ground pound would just cut your momentum, right? So... So where is the momentum coming from here? I can only see that with respect to the slopes. And we know we need the kind of dashing property to be active going into the left tree. I feel like this room is trying to teach me that you can preserve that property going from the right tree to the left tree. But that would imply that we need to figure out how to get full speed going into the right tree to begin with. And I don't see it. Maybe we need to fall down towards something. I don't know. What do we... Try to cling onto it this way? No, I mean, you're telling me I don't need that corner, but that's developer information here. What do we just try to run up over here? Oh yeah, checkpoint. Imagine that. Yeah, actually, no, you can get enough of a dash just going off of this. And then, I think it preserves enough of a dash going off. No, it doesn't. Hang on. Okay, so you get enough of a dash just going up the slope. It's actually the simple thing. But then, if you get full speed over here, how do you maintain that going over here? You don't. So that tells me that we need to just climb on this with a twirl. No? Now it cuts momentum. You go backwards like that. So then... Is it just wall jump? Maybe. No, wall jump would also cut momentum though, right? So this gets you really high. At least I think it did. Let me try it again. Alright, man, don't worry about your level disappointing. We see all kinds. We get a boost over here, and that gives you enough height if you were going off of this tree. But then you lose it. I wonder if you just need to fall in or something. I don't know. Because it seems like it expends the boost. Or maybe we need to jump off in the same direction or something. I'm not exactly sure because I'm not quite sure how to maintain direction going here. But you can clearly get enough speed coming off of this. I wonder if there's a reversal or something that you need to do past that point. Could be a wall jump. I don't think so, given how the previous one went. No, we don't want to twirl out of that, of course. That might cause problems. But I feel like this is trying to teach me something about conserving the effect going from one tree to the other tree. Because maybe you can jump directly and then... Hang on. Nope, I do need to speed over here. So because the idea is that, you know, it's got this full speed property going up to this tree. Then we need to not lose it going over to the other tree. How do we ensure that? And am I allowed to change direction? I'm not sure. Look at this. Each successive jump actually does seem like it's getting you up there. So what if we wall jump? No. But maybe we should just jump straight in. Hang on. Up towards this. And then reverse. I don't see it. Because, yeah, it's trying to teach me something about the momentum conservation here, but previous rooms gave me the particularities to beat this room. Yeah. I figured that they did. If only we could go back through that exclamation block and check. Well, one thing we didn't see in the previous rooms was any way to kind of transfer that property from tree to tree, so maybe that's just not the answer. And what we actually need to do is... I mean, we need to not change direction, right? And I feel like not changing direction is important here, but then we would still need to press in for the wall jump. It's just that we don't press left after wall jumps, perhaps. Like we... But like this? Not quite. Yeah, the wall jump actually does cut that effect. So... Because I was thinking that, okay, maybe you just don't change direction. And so long as you're still facing in the same direction, you're okay. And this loses the effect here, right? Let me check here. Yeah, I believe it does. Hang on. But we're definitely getting the initial height from this one. Right? I'm just looking at this. It's just a little hard to visualize whether we're actually getting the effect properly. Because basically we can kind of maintain speed going to this side over here. Then we might have to redo it from scratch. I'd rather redo it from scratch from checkpoint because like the checkpoint gets you into the exclamation block problem. We might want to see it from scratch anyway then. And take a look at this properly again to see if we really understand the mechanic. Okay, so we know that we get full speed. I want to test something. If we reverse while we're on a tree, we lose it. Yeah, we need to maintain direction, so that's one thing that's important. is that if we ever kind of change direction, it does lose the effect. Let me try this again. Yeah, if we ever change direction, it loses the effect. If we don't change direction, we go straight up, we're okay. So it's a very minute difference. But you can't change direction while you're on the tree. Whoops, no, let's actually dash. But basically, the property of being able to do this remains so much as you're never reversing. Although we accidentally hit the ground going into the tree there. Let me try this again. Okay, we don't reverse, then we get up. Yeah, I know. I mean, you know, Luca already had Sugarfall can do the brain transplant earlier, right? There's a bit of a service order here. Okay, so here we know from this room that we boost, and then if you make sure that you are facing the same direction the whole way through, then you're okay. So here I let go, and then here we're able to get up. Let me try that one more time to show. I mean, we let go of the direction, so we can reverse back into that, and then we go up like that. So how do I have enough information to do this? Given that we know that the only real running spot is here, I don't think this one is giving me anything. No, it doesn't, because you kind of get reset. We know it's conserved over a jump. Possibly... I don't know if the wall jump preserves it if you're not holding the directional button, but... No, hang on. So right now we have the property. Jump up and grab all the coins, and that's what it shows you. We haven't been able to kind of test the same jump repeatedly in previous rooms, simply because we would end up on top of a platform. So the only thing I can think of is wall jump off of this, unless... Yeah, a single jump like that doesn't do anything for you. Like if you press in... That's what I've been trying to do, is I've been trying to never press left after we go left to right. I have to try that again. Hang on. I don't really care about a checkpoint flag, we're not going to hit it anyway, so... Then... That's okay. So we know that if you don't change direction, then the property is preserved. We know that if you climb a tree, the property is still preserved. So at this point, we're able to jump. How do we transfer that? Maybe you're facing right. That's not going to give you the height you need. I'm thinking that, like, if you're facing right the whole time, you do some kind of loop around here that then gets you full momentum sort of into a slide over here, and then maybe you are able to loop around. I don't quite see how it's going to happen. I mean, this does look like it's supposed to be a first move, right? Like, the first move does need to be going up this slope. I don't see anywhere else that we can use to build the dash. So I don't see... Like, that's the only dashing location that I can see. And of course, we knew in the first room that, you know, if you just kind of skipped over the first tree and you maintain momentum over to the second... Can I change direction on top of the tree? Well, the problem with that awesome lamp is that We tried that previously in some of the other rooms to test it out, and it does lose the effect. Now the problem is that it's really kind of hard for me to do a visual comparison here, but you can watch my position relative to the cloud. See how right now we're kind of under the top of the cloud? It's very minutely noticeable, but if you run up like this, cling, don't change direction, you get slightly higher than the cloud. And look at that, with multiple jumps, each one of these jumps is still higher than the cloud, you see? So we know that we still have the property intact at this point, no matter how much we jump off the tree. So we need to jump off the tree to the left tree without facing the wrong direction. But what if we get into the jump and do that? That works. That works. Okay, I'm going to restart the level to show you how it works, because that's important. This is important. Okay, so this room taught me something new as well about a mechanic, and I mean, that's why every room has been taking a while, because we need to learn something new about the game in every room. So you see this? If you reverse like this, well, hang on, let me show you what the rule set is. Let's say we dash, we get into the dashing property, we get up on a tree. If you reverse, you don't get up. But you can reverse in midair and you still make it. And not only that, but if you're reversed in midair, you actually preserve that property going into another tree. So that's what it is. That's what it is. We know it now. So we maintain speed, go up here, head up, there we go. Yeah, I know that's extremely difficult to signal, other than just putting a room like that in front of me. I don't know how else you would teach it to me, to be honest. Whoops, no, we changed direction. Yeah, you don't want to change direction in midair, but once you get on top of the tree jump allows you to change direction. Just like on the ground, if you reverse, you lose the full speed. Yeah. Okay. This is so strange. But yeah, if you jump up, then you can fall in. And then, oh, whoops, we reversed though. Kind of need to get... Yeah, you can't change directions into this initial jump. I need to make sure I can repeat this before we... Yeah. No, hang on, we lost it. We lost it. Seems like we've got it. Just now. Yeah, because what I did was I built speed, I got up here. And then we need to land on a tree facing the same direction, I think. No, we lost it. I needed to land facing the same direction. You thought there was a different solution here, yeah. Because we need to get up and then face in the same direction. And look at that, it works. So yeah, what we do is we fall to the left, we face to the right, and we make sure we're facing right before we grab the tree. And Document, I totally thought there was a different solution as well. But this is what it is that you must face right every time you grab the tree. But you can jump off the tree while still facing right. Hang on, we have to do this again. We have to make sure we have this like absolutely reliable before we understand the mechanic. Because basically you can't reverse direction while you're on the tree. You can reverse direction midair, but you only conserve this effect if you're facing the same direction when you land and grab the next tree. That's how I understand it. Yeah, I know I'm taking quite a while on this, people who are behind us in the queue, but this is really interesting. And this is, like, completely new tech, so... Okay, so we face in the same direction, we make sure we face right when we grab the tree, and we're up. Treetop jump maintains your direction. Yeah, but you still need to fall towards the left, right? So... And you need to cling... facing right like this. Notice how I was making sure that I face right when I fall into the tree and hit up to grab it. This should work. And it does. Okay. Yeah, I needed to absolutely make sure I understood that in order to make it to the next room. This is going to be some kind of bounce reversal again, which is going to be weird. We probably need to slide down towards it somehow. This blocks you. This, however, does give you a run. I feel like we need to maybe ground pound towards this, and then maybe cling like this, or well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's interesting. Notice how I reverse direction without actually. This is interesting. Look at how the ground pound reversed me. So I never at any point hit right. So I'm never pressing right. What I'm doing is I'm pressing left, going neutral, ground. Well, that didn't seem to work. Oh, but that reverses you too. Wait a minute. I had to be very careful when paying attention to my inputs here. Because it seemed like I was able to get the ground pound. Oops, while maintaining direction. Hang on. Okay, no. Maybe there are subtle differences in my inputs here that are changing direction. I feel like I should not alter direction. I should be facing left when I grab the tree. Grab like that, and then... Oh, no. Doesn't work. Yeah, we definitely need to maintain the same direction as the dash at all times. And we need to be very careful about input precision here to make that work. And... But then if you bounce, you lose direction that way. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a particular point in which I'm allowed to reverse and back out. I feel like I need to kind of back out towards that platform down below. Unless maybe ground pound preserves this, even if you change direction. It does not. Okay. We're basically learning this mechanic a room at a time. Because let's say you go down. Maybe a wall jump and then... No, wall jump would reverse direction now, right? So... Is there a way to get an initial dash going into this except by upstairs? I don't think there is. So how do we get... Ground down cancel? No. Probably not. Like you would need to maintain direction landing on a tree. Unless you don't ground pound and what you do instead is... just try to fall in somehow. No. Yeah, Mario needs to be facing the same direction all the time. Yeah, I'm just trying to set it up so I can fall down towards this. Just trying to figure out how I can fall down towards the one-way... towards the mushroom platform, rather, and still maintain direction from there. Might be through wall jump, but... No, because wall jump would reverse you. So how do we do it? Let's see. I mean, there's the wall. Yeah, there's ground pound here. I wonder if we should do it without a ground pound. So right now we're still able to maintain property because we haven't reversed directions yet. The treetop jump, again, allows you to change direction in midair as long as you land the same way. Maybe there's a way to dislodge myself or something. No. What about we fall into that? No, because the wall cling reverses you. I bet it's something like that. Long jump deflects you backwards into this. But we would need to find an appropriate place to fall with that. Like we... Look, long jump in such a way that you perhaps go up towards the block that is in the top left. Like, you jump on top of this ledge first, then you slam into the long jump. Oh, that's fun. That's very, very good. Let's show that off again. That's very, very good. It's very subtle, but... Yeah, I kept thinking that this ledge is there to kind of force you to jump on top, and then I noticed the blocks in the top left and thought, okay, the only thing that could be is a wall slam. The wall slam gives you momentum going backwards. That's very cool. We need to do it again. Yeah. That's a fun solution. Wow, we were staring at this for so long, too, but... kind of really need to understand. Whoops, hang on. Let me see if I can show it off. I know we got it successfully, but I really do want to make sure we understand it. Long jump goes backwards, and you cling. And then, there we go. That's very, very good. We'll have to redo it again, of course, because we're doing another segment here. And then going into checkpoint flag. Yeah, this looks like it's just a bit of a running challenge to get on top of the cloud. Can we do it in 60 seconds? Let's see. Yes, we can. Checkpoint. This one will hopefully not have similar problems to the last one. Anyway, we're at checkpoint, so we can actually finally do more. This is going to be placing a POW over here to give you an initial run. But then, what do you do with all this water? Unless you need to place POWs in the middle such that you dash across this slot and then have POWs to land on. No, because if you... Yeah, this is an interesting subtlety. If you run over a gap, you lose the 3D World dash. Look at that. Because you slip off. You can run across the gap just like you have always done throughout the Mario series. But the 3D World extra dashing animation doesn't get preserved until you do this. Look at that. Yeah, because now you can do it. That's interesting. Yeah, Zactifine, sorry we took so long with this. Hopefully we'll be able to catch you next time. Okay. That probably means that we do need something to stand on. I wonder if we need to move this POW over here so we can despawn it and have it respawn at the pipe. I kind of think we need it. That we would place this POW maybe in the middle here so we get something to jump on. And then once we despawn the POW on the left, then we're able to long jump over to the right and have a new spawn. Maybe. Okay, so let's run this. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's correct. I just needed to see it first when we slipped off. And then that gets you up to the tree. So, that's exactly the position we need. Bit of a thrilling timing here as you see if you're going to get within despawn range. Okay. There we go. And then you get up. Very good. You kind of need to trust the despawn timing. Oh, car. Well, car is going to give you a dash. Perhaps it even gives it to you underwater? I don't know. Or maybe the point is that you get into the dash... Well, let's get the car out of here first. Maybe the point is that because of its car's initial acceleration, it actually does... go up. We need to maybe get the car upstairs first, which means we might need to run it a bit. There we go. And then, yeah, it springs out of the water a little bit and gives you a bit of speed. Whoops, we don't want to do that. And then perhaps we... let's respawn the car. I'm going to run into trouble here. Now, notice that there's a bit of elasticity to the car, such that when it jumps out of the water, you get a bit of a speed boost, and perhaps you jump out of the car at that point. So the question is, do we use the car from water? Whoops. Or do we use it from up above? Yeah, that is amazing. This has been fun. I mean, we took so long to figure out each individual thing, but again, like every single room has been something new that we needed to infer from the rules of the game. What do we do? The car jump like this? That's not enough. We didn't see the dash animation, so... Also, now the car's going to clip into the floor here. We need to get a door if it will let me. I think we should actually take it from ground, but... Otherwise we don't build up enough speed. But you'll notice that if you kind of drive for a little while, jump up, it gives you a bit of a boost. But... Oh, I don't think that's enough speed. No, let's redo it. This has been very, very interesting. We've had to really learn it piece by piece, but... No, it's not going to be that. I think it has to be from surface. But... Can't exactly ground pound the car either. Hang on. Oh, yeah, let's jump into the car. Oh, nope. Need to get a jump, of course. And yeah, and Mario, I think at this point, you know, Mang probably intuitively understands the way momentum calculation works in Mario Maker better than anybody I know, so... Seeing every possible trick. I feel like we need to ride the car for just a little bit longer. I wonder if it does gain speed in the air when you do that. We need to get, again, into the equivalent of dashing speed. Like the Super 3D World Dash, which I've rarely ever seen used in any kind of practical circumstance, apart from maybe something additive on dash panels. Okay. Nope, we need to actually get a jump. Hang on. Yeah, the little acidity in the water makes me wonder if it is going to be from water, but... I feel like it is going to be from water. Because it gives you a fairly long distance for winding up, and I think it might be distance dependent. Obviously, you know, normally if you're in the water, you don't make contact with ground long enough to do anything here. Whoops, no, we do that. And yeah, Power Mango, I'm glad you enjoyed the commentary. Whoops. Okay. So, I basically got two ideas here, which is, you know, do we go in ground or do we go in water? I don't think we go in water. It looks like you kind of get a bit of momentum coming out of that as you spring out of the water, but I don't think that gives you enough. Okay. But it does start you in water as though it's implying something... I wonder if you actually just need to slam the car against something to gain speed. We can't change direction, though, from the initial momentum. What about that neutral thing? Which neutral thing? Like, if you don't press anything, the car goes forward by itself, right? That might be relevant. But the thing is, it's kind of difficult for me to visualize what's going on here when we're no longer seeing the Mario Dash animation. But what if you just land in the car underwater and not press a direction and you just let it run? Hang on. I mean, the thing about 3D World is that hardly anybody knows anything about car mechanics because the car is so underused. But I feel like the water probably is relevant here. In some ways. Or maybe... Yeah. But what if you're slamming against the side with a car? And then when you slam, you jump off, maybe. And you can build a little bit of extra speed there. Because, like, we know from the previous level that from the previous section, rather, that some rebounds might actually matter, right? Like if we kind of maintain speed that way and then jump out while facing in the same direction, perhaps we have enough distance to build the dash. Am I even building Mario speed? I can't tell. That's the thing. And I can't really see if I'm able to do it underwater with that drive. Like here, if we jump around a little. Oh, that looks like it might have been it, but I accidentally held right into the jump and the ceiling. We've got 40 seconds to do this before restarting a checkpoint. That's okay. We get back here quickly once we know the solutions. Hang on. Nope, not quite. Just redo it. Yeah, this thing is that I can't visualize if I am building Mario speed. Maybe I'm supposed to like build up Mario speed running off of this platform and falling into the car or something. Like, maybe if we... Okay, no, here's an idea. What if we build Mario speed like this? That's not really enough distance to do that. Yeah, the thing is... So, Pascal, if you could just come in. This is the mechanic that we're looking at here. Let me show you. So, you know how in 3D World, and I'll place this appropriately first. You know how in 3D World, when you dash on a surface for long enough with Mario, you get that additional little rocket boost, right? Like this. Rocket boost, like that. Which you can only do if you close the gap incidentally and have continuous running distance. That rocket boost is what we are trying to build every time. And if you build that, then what you're able to do is get on top of the tree and jump one extra tile higher, which is a crazy mechanic. And it's brand new, which to us anyway, which is why we've been taking so long on this level. Because we basically had to figure out what the momentum mechanics are in every single room. Anyway, let's place this power over here so we have a landing point. So let me show you how this works. In this particular room, for instance, you build up speed. Oh, whoops, too far. That's okay, hasn't despawned yet. And drop that in the middle. In this room, you build up speed, you maintain it, and then you climb on a tree, and then you jump one tile higher than you normally can. Might not even be one full tile, but it's enough to clip you above the mushroom platform anyway. That's the important thing here. So then we're in this room. I'm trying to figure out, like, how do we build Mario speed in this room? Because we have the car... And it doesn't seem like I can really do anything with it apart from... Maybe the car gives you a bit of initial momentum at the start, and then... And maybe it kind of lets you wind up Mario's dash and you can jump out of that. Like you. No. Because I can't even see what Mario's speed is going into this, right? That's the issue. I'm going to assume that we have to build up sufficient speed on him. And maybe, you know, use the car to somehow increase the distance that I have to work with here. So, yeah, that's not enough to give you the full dash. It gives you kind of stage 1 when you see a couple of sparks. And this thing has become really quite damaged. Game audio died again. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know. We've been kind of taking a while with this. Well, we'll think about this in the meantime and see, because the car... Yeah, I just don't know enough about like how the car is preserving our speed, because I don't see how to build up Mario's dash in the first place in this room. Then, okay, sound should be back. Let me check this. Thanks for letting me know. Maybe let the car in the door and then run in the car with a rocket boost and jump over the tree. The problem is that we don't get enough distance here to build the boost, right? Run in the car with a rocket boost and jump over the tree. Oh, you mean just roll the car over here and just let it run in one position? That's an interesting idea. It's a very interesting idea, actually. Like, we just let it run for a while and along the slope, maybe? No, it just crashes on the slope, though. So it doesn't work. Thank you so much for the follow. And welcome, Finny Boy. Sorry, we're kind of causing a huge backup in the queue right now just because I'm taking so long with figuring this out, but that's what a playtest is for. So yeah, you get a bit of an initial boost over there. I feel like we need that somehow to maintain Mario's speed and somehow extend the amount of distance that we have to work with over here. Like, it may be that we need to crash and rebound. Like, that's kind of interesting, that you get a pretty big rebound. Yeah, don't worry about not having levels in Infinity Boy. We have a pretty long queue already anyway, so... I think maybe you do kind of crash in reverse, like you crash and then you jump. And then maybe the extra crash there actually does give you what you need. But whoops. Yeah, because maybe having that extra jump here with the car, hang on. Let's see if we can do it. Thank you for the follow. Like maybe if you crash it and then you jump out, then you get a rebound. And Document, you got a wacky thought, maybe it's actually correct. Because I'm thinking, you know that you can kind of maintain the full speed over a jump, but then you lose the full speed if you haven't built it up yet, right? You have to build it up before the first jump. And that's what we found out in some of the previous rooms. Yeah, I know I normally do puzzly stuff without backseating, but here we're actually figuring out new mechanics, so, I am perfectly willing to try something that you want to take a look at. Hang on. I'm kind of stuck over the door unless we blow up the car. Hang on. Go. It's not a whole thought, but try ditching a car on the left side on dry land and just running against it. Oh, I see what you mean. That's interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. And then long jump it. That's totally what automobiles are for, right? Makes sense. And then maybe we jump into it afterwards to make the jump, unless we can just do it. It looks a little bit long for a standard long jump. Yeah, Document, I think you're actually absolutely correct. I didn't even think about that you'd be able to maintain dash running against a car like that. Let's maintain the car in this direction. Come on. In this direction. Yeah, because once you have the dashing speed, maybe you can enter the car with a short hop and then jump out of the car to make the gap. Because we know that as long as you stay in the same direction, you're kind of mostly good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, no, that's what it is. You build up dash before you get into the car. You then get into the car, and then you're maintaining position so long as you're facing right, and then you jump out, you get on top of the tree. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. We might even get to do that again because of timeout. Okay, so this is a wall jumpy bit we need to know about. The tree over there. Let's just scout this room first to see what we're dealing with. Because I feel like this is a big space with a skip squeak. And that there's going to be some kind of reversal that happens where we probably need to face a particular direction going into this. Like if we start on the tree, face right, go neutral, and then run over here. Wait, how does that help me though? Maybe that gives me tons and tons of height or something. Or maybe we maintain speed. Oh, no. We know that certain speed properties are actually maintained in water while you swim. I know this from a previous playtest or a previous level, I think. Because then we would be able to get enough dash speed in the beginning anyway, though. So why would we need? Hang on. Okay, we get to do this whole segment again. So. That's not the solution? What do you mean that's not the solution, Luca? Are you talking about what Document said or what I'm doing? First room was supposed to teach you to keep speed on water. Okay. So, yeah. Well, a good thing I remember that from the other puzzle. And there are all kinds of interesting water properties that I've only really discovered through some of these playtests, like the Super Mario World one with the mushroom walk-breaking state that we tested a couple of weeks ago. Or even a couple months ago, I don't remember. First room was supposed to teach you to keep speed on water? Okay. And yeah, Document, I think we're probably near the end anyway, but thanks for sticking with us so long. I know it's been absolutely captivating, and perhaps you can just grab it locally before communication errors occur to really play with this. I spent way too long with this. We'll probably be closing queue after this level, by the way, just so I can make sure I can get through the rest. Let me check the current list. Yeah, so anybody who's new here, usually I stay and play everything that is in the queue after I close submissions. So if you are in the queue now, please do stay if you can, and we will play you. I know, didn't build momentum here. You don't need a car here, you can just jump on water. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I see what you mean, I see what you mean. Or rather, yeah, I don't need to get in the car, I see what you mean. Once I maintain a dash. Hang on, let's try to get out here first. Okay. Nope, hang on. But that doesn't apply to the initial dash that we need to get though, right? Like, you still need to do this. Oh, I accidentally reversed out of it, I think. Yeah, hang on. Let's try this again. I mean, yeah, this is giving me the car for at least setting up the dash. If I'm not mistaken. Nope, hang on. Gotta ditch it properly. Okay. We hold right, we maintain the property in water, and we get up. Yeah, I see it. So we don't need to get in the car. Yeah. And then this room teaches me that if we bounce up and then ground pound probably through the coins over there into water, then we maintain speed again going here, because water cancels ground pound. We come up here, and then we're able to go full speed here. Oh, okay, this just lets you scout then and spawn to Skip Squeak, perhaps. Yeah, okay, this lets you spawn to Skip Squeak, that's the point. Because if you don't do that, then you don't get the Skip Squeak. And then if you maintain direction all the way, then you're good. So we lost it part way, but that's what the tree is for. It's for spawning a Skip Squeak. And then you maintain direction up here. But you can't land there. You would need... Let me just make sure I understand this bit here. Because we go neutral, then we maintain speed again, and then... That would despawn the Skipsqueak though, I think. It would go pretty far. Let me just figure this out, because I feel like we do want to ground pound on this column. Nope, not this column. What is this platform doing for me then? Or maybe we just hold right into it, and then we hold right into it. Then we bounce a little more accurately. Let me see. And then we would come up, maintain speed over water, and then go up here. Now, of course, we did that sequence just now without the initial boost, so let's try that again. And Matrix Jumper, welcome, I just saw you. Yeah, we'll be closing queue at the end of this level, just so you know. So anybody who wants to get submissions in, please do so soon. And yeah, Ruby Angels, the rules are not actually that complicated. That's a bit outdated. Back when we had bigger queues. It's pretty simple, just stay and you'll be played, so. Whoops. But yeah, send me anything. I don't really enforce restrictions on levels these days or anything like that. Those rules are from when queues were much busier. So don't worry too much about them. I actually do need to revise some of that. But we're pretty easygoing here when it comes to playing anything, so. Okay, let's run this again. Maintain speed in water. Jump up. There we go. Go through this quickly. Okay, now we try to maintain speed on the conveyor as much as possible. And we need to build up enough speed. I know we can't reverse, we do need to ground pound through that. I think ground pound is fine, it doesn't cut because we are still maintaining direction. Spawn to Skipsqueak, we never go right, or never go left rather. Then we swim, jump up, oh nope, lost it I think. Yeah, we lost it because of the little ground tile over here. We need to really understand how to jump over this sledge. Or maybe we need a lot more speed coming out of this. Let's see. Maybe just get a better angle. Yeah, need to jump over like that. Okay, let's try it again from the top. And, yeah, error 822, welcome. Thank you for submitting. I wonder what this mushroom platform is for, though. Must be some kind of bounce that we need. Or are recommended to have. There we go. Got it. Yeah, we just needed to not nudge the ground tile previously. Okay, one more room. We could grab the flagpole, but then we wouldn't be able to see whichever bonus this is. Go up here instead for the top of the flag, so of course we're doing it. Got all this way. Yeah, I noticed that we need to basically brace that single tile. Oh, do we need to carry a POW all the way here? From okay, no, of course not. We wouldn't have been able to climb trees if we had to carry a POW. There we go, that's all there is to it. And the on-off switch. Why would you want that? Just for style, I guess? Just for style. And a communication error occurred, so. Anyway, thank you for that, man. We took forever. But we learned so much about this game. Yeah, it does remind me of some of the other levels that we'd playtested in the past that were also about conserving some of those effects in water. That's based on the player state. And yeah, I mean, that was So Pascal, it's an error because it was just a playtest that was taken down. The level does not exist on the server right now. It was taken down before I completed it. Thank you for waiting, everybody. I know we've delayed everybody ages for that. But Awesome Lamp, you will be next, and then the list looks like this afterwards. Awesome Lamp, yeah, I know you told me that this was like intentional garbage or something. That's okay, we'll take it in stride. We will close the queue after we pick up Awesome Lamp's level and give it a like so it gets seeded into Endless for all the poor souls who play it. Oops. And I will close queue as soon as we load it up, like I said, just so we make sure we get through everybody. If we finish way ahead of schedule, of course, we'll reopen for more, but usually I aim for about 4 hours. Do not play my honest attempt to create a terrible course. Okay. So yeah, like I said, anybody who is in queue, we will get to you if you remain with us, although I understand that we've been pushing you all quite late. So let me just fix the bot and my stream title, and then we'll continue. Do not play my honest attempt to create a terrible course. No clears on... how many attempts? 1074. Who's been working on this? Audio is... yeah, thank you, Luca, for telling me. Let's fix audio again. Sorry, it's... we can see, because I was fixing audio, that we have cheap sheeps right away that are about to fall on us as well. And so we'll kind of leave you in suspense for just a moment. And hopefully this gets fixed. Yeah, no, if it's off key, that means it's about to collapse soon, usually. So better to fix it now, Luca. It means that the audio processing is struggling. Just make sure. Will you grab it? Okay. So anyway, we'll start over because there's fish. Let's go left. And then there's a block there in case we want to worm our way out of that. Okay. We'll scout this a little bit first. Because maybe we can go over. Yeah, we can. I feel like this is going to be a troll pipe of some sort, but we'll check everything. Pascal, if the tuning of the music seems off, like if the pitches seem like they're not where they're supposed to be, like if they're flatter or lower. Anyway, we've got a couple of rooms. Let's just take them one at a time and let's see. Lights. Bombs on the right side. That's okay. We don't know if that's going to map to 1, 2, 3, 4, but obviously if we do appear on the right side, we need to be aware that the bomb is going to fall towards us again, which means that if we go there and if the doors match, we do need to make sure it doesn't fall on our head. Oh, and these are vine blocks, so they will respawn. And actually, that's interesting because it seems that your positioning is going to affect the switching state here. And yeah, the switching state gets reset over in this room. Notice that there's a bunch that came down somewhere. Reused it from a while ago. It might be a facing direction thing, actually. Yeah, because let's say you face left. That opens up. It is facing. Awesome, I don't know if I remember this specifically. Is it facing direction? No, it's not. Okay. And of course, we don't know if this is even the same room. It might even be two different rooms that are an optical illusion, so... I might remember this, but if it's vine blocks everywhere, then Yeah, this should fall on the right. Notice that, yeah, we're looking at a setup here. Hang on. Yeah, there's a switching state that affects where the bomb falls. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the initial state of the on-off switch is actually going to affect something here. Means go through here. And let's just come back in quickly. Hang on. Yeah, there is kind of a state switching pattern. Oh, interesting. Like, there's a bit of a delay in each room before the switch is activated. We can't tell if we're in on or off right now. That's the only thing. This looks like there's a muncher dropping off a track at some point here, too. But if we affect which states we're in at first and which state we're in second, then that seems to affect drop location. Oh, getting unlucky is just a 1 in 4 chance, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. No. It is actually a pure randomizer, isn't it? And if it's 1 in 4, then you basically have 2 rolls going on for which is being spawned. So if you have something like a coin drop randomizer on top, it's anything like that. No, well, it wouldn't be coin drop because like that wouldn't be reusable, but I shouldn't be so trusting? Okay, no, you're just joking when you're telling me it's 1 in 4 chance. Maybe so. Yeah, because it wouldn't be like a coin drop based randomizer for activating the block simply because even if it is a randomizer, that wouldn't be a setup you just kind of reload into. Could be a number of things affecting this though. I mean, it could be facing direction, it could be, you know, the on-off state that you have initially. Let's try to see what else we could do here. The problem is that I've lost track of what my initial state was when listening to the state switches. Oh, but you can see it from the spotlights, because you know that the off state is the small spotlight. Now we're in the on state, right? Because it's a dark level, that spotlight actually gives you a clue. You're on, and if you go on to on, it blows up number 3. On to off. On to off gives you number 4. But then we're still in off, aren't we? We're in on to off gives you number 4. Seems like that's always the case, unless of course we go through the door immediately, and then we would go off to what? Off to off gives you this. So the initial state matters quite a bit. So let's say we go in this position, on to on gives you 3. So yeah, on to on gives you 3, off to off gives you 2. So let's say we go off, and it turns on. Off to on gives you 3. But it might be a function of where you're standing as well. Because we basically need to test every door in terms of whether we start in the on state or start in the off state. If I understand this correctly. So let's say we go on state to off. That gives you 4. Yeah, we don't even know if these lead to the same room, actually, because like it could be something completely different. But let's say we go off state into door 1. Because basically you have 2 entry states for each room that are possible. Hang on. on state into door 4. Gives you 3. Off to on. Well, we know, like, we're kind of gradually sort of figuring out which places you stand in will have a switch activation. And that doesn't seem to reliably affect where the bomb is dropping, so... I thought we tested both states in this one. You get into the off state here. Maybe there's something else that changes. Anyway, let's take a dive into this. Maybe it's just a dead end and not actually what we need. I don't see an alternative in terms of where to go other than that room. Oh, didn't see that coming before. We didn't have that problem previously. I think I can do it, actually. We just wrap around to the top block after the blaster comes down. Like this. Except, of course, as in a way. Oh, boo ring, interesting. That does suggest an alternative passage to the upstairs, though. So we'll see what happens. But hang on. So I got over to the red pipe and I know how to do it. Okay. Let's say we get ourselves a boo ring. And then I should be able to get up to it. It does kind of occlude further jumps here. Oh no, that's right. That block. But if we get on top of the boo ring, let's see if we can actually proceed past that point. Hang on. I need to jump straight up here. Yeah, we know at this point that this block allows me to get over to the red pipe, but we don't even know that's going to be anything interesting. Look at that. No. Well, it's telling me no, so obviously we should try it. Notice the question block that is at the very top over here. It kind of tells me that if we manage to get back into this room in an off state, so for example, if we toggle an off state and then figure out a way to get back into pipe, in the room past the red pipe, then maybe that gives me something like a spike ball that'll activate a vine from up top. So in that room that has all the doors going to bombs, we should actually find a way to go back through the pipe while the state is off. And without some kind of object to hold, we don't know how it's going to look yet. That actually gave me enough room to continue, if you look at that. Anyway, Awesome Lab, as you know, we may or may not actually clear this, but don't mind navigating through it just to figure it out. Just to see if it is something that can be figured out. Okay, 8 boos. Keep going, and we'll try to... Oh, whoops, go back to the no room. Let me count. Yeah, Pascal, I mean, you know, from what Awesome Lab is telling me, the solution is not set up, to be fair. It's something else completely, so... Because this was meant to be kind of a deliberate exercise in creating something not so intuitive, perhaps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like for 8 boos. Okay. Yeah, this lets you up. We hang right away to get out of the burner. The solution is obscure and full of soft blocks. Yeah, I expected as much. Let's check this. Oh. Probably do want a bullet to get me across like that. Whoops. Yeah, we actually do want a bullet there. Then we'll try that pathway because I don't currently see a very viable path back through the red pipe in that room. And I doubt that the doors with all the bombs are really going to give me much to work with, because we did kind of check every on and off state going into each position. Oh, whoops, let's be careful here with the jumps. But yeah, I think it is promising to maybe head towards the snake block up top, even if it is going to be a dead end. Oh, whoops, nope, fell down. If you fall down, then that's it, because we know that there's a block in that location. Now let's count, just to make sure we can see where we're going. Okay. Let's give you visibility on that question block on the right side. We didn't hold right quickly enough. You kind of need to anticipate it. Yeah, also the lamp, if we look at it in level view, we'll do that after stream. I don't tend to keep my browser open while I'm playing, so. But we'll try to navigate it. Kind of reminds me of some stuff that Loop and Snoop used to make, like for demonstration purposes. Because he has a whole garbage account that he basically used to deliberately demonstrate a whole bunch of things about design principles. Okay, let's remember to hold right. Bit of a memory check here. You'd have to jump up quite a few red bullets that are alive in order to make it through, unless it's, you know, just a whole pattern of invisible blocks that you need to hit in that room, which might be the case. Okay, let's go over here. We need to hold right. Hang on. I keep telling myself that, and reaction time is always just slightly off. Okay, let's hit this. Oh, no. Oh. Let's go around. Over here. Hold right. And yeah, we do know there are some blocks over here. Let's just stop this stuff until we see where the ceiling is. You know what? Why don't we just spin across like that? We can do it. Up. Find bounces. Oh yeah, it's going to be a snake block ride, but then there'll probably be some stuff that dunks us along the way. So we'll take a look and we'll check it. Okay. This is somewhat promising, at least. I mean, it does say a big no there, but I need to hold right. Whoops. I almost wonder if eventually with that room with all the doors, we'll actually be falling in towards it and going in the reverse direction, and then coming out of the red pipe with some kind of object that we grab, going into that room from the top rather than the bottom. You know, the bomb drop room, rather. And then that would progress through the right side of where is a state switch that would give us a vine spawn. If it is a vine spawn, and not something like a cheap that dunks you from above, which is the case. Okay, let's go here, right? Let's just make sure we know what we're doing. And we'll see if this goes anywhere interesting. Could be quite a long ways before this gets anywhere. See a huge yellow pipe to the right side, of course. Is it really the world's worst form of transportation? Oh, I don't know. We've seen some. They're pretty rough. But yeah, it's about the big no on this. I feel like this is the path that we want to take, just because there is progress that is possible. Which is maybe not the case for the bomb doors we saw earlier. Oh, it's just a little bit slow on that. We basically need to hold right going into the door. Just keep forgetting that. Right, oops, wait. Well, let's keep going. Hold right. Spawn this just for clarity. Might actually make sense to just go over this way. And then, you know, this will take a while. We can just not step on it until we really want to. Gain a fair bit of height. Oh, we do see the exit. Top left. Oh. Gonna take a little while here. I'm sure there'll be a very inconvenient drop on the snake block afterwards. Oh, get a nice little muncher push there. That's very kind of that. That's an awe, okay. Then, if that's the case, then... Well, it might be a soft block, but we've checked it at least. It's important to check the path. No, we don't jump towards it. We let the snake block push you into it, and the snake block will get you through. You can see the destination of that snake block up above. If you ride the snake block up, and Crazy Rack, yeah, welcome. Thanks for the purple. If you ride the snake block up, then you don't activate that block, because it will push you through that safely. Pretty sure. So we do need to ride it all the way up, without hitting the top block, but now we know it. So we'll stick with this a little while longer while we are still progressing. Thanks for the patience of people in queue. Now we'll activate this and just let it run for a while. It's going to come down quite a bit later anyhow, and as long as we don't have ceiling issues with it, we'll just wait. We know it's going to eventually come around for the muncher push, and then that's still reachable. We'll just wait. And eventually we'll let it push it up. And push up through the column, hopefully without accidentally activating that block. Yeah, we'll just let it come down. It'll take a while, but, you know, we know it's going to be part of the pattern. So, no need to rush it. Now we get on. It's still going to be a while yet, but you know that it's not going to retrace any tiles that it's already hit once, because that's not how snake blocks being drawn in the editor will work. We don't want to accidentally bounce, of course. Nope, hang on. Yeah, I've been trying to avoid accidentally hitting that block that is up top. We actually still had about a tile of room left. I'm going to at least try to pass this segment here because it is definitely doable, and just have to find our way over to it. Oop. Okay. We'll activate this just to give ourselves a visual reference. Then we'll come over here, activate, and then just hang left and dodge bullets for a while. Yeah, so if we can get through the last part of the ride without running into any issues with getting smushed by bullets or bouncing into the block that we can't activate, then we'll be through the ceiling. We'll see what's there. So we'll just wait. And let the snake block do its job, and then exhaust most of the viable space that is on the right side. We know that it's going to come down here. And then at that point, we'll board. Oh. Well, that was a lot of work for not much. That's okay. Hang on. We'll go left. We have a pretty clear pattern at this point. We just need to execute it. Okay, go up. Then to the right. Activate. Yeah, it's easier if I activate those munchers because then we have a reference point for where the snake block will go later. And it's a little easier for me to see where we are in terms of progress. So, yeah, basically the snake block just squiggles over every available tile for the most part on the right side, and then we just wait for it to give us the final push. Push should work. We just need to not jump into the block that we should not touch. Okay. Whoops. Yeah. Let's try to get on top of the bullets to give ourselves a bit of height there on that turnaround. We're a little bit late. Okay. I'll just make it up. The room with the big no. Then let's let everything spawn on this side. And yeah, we just need to make sure we don't get nudged into the lava when it does wrap around to the munches later on. That's okay. Plenty of opportunities to jump on bullets to gain height to head up towards that. So we will wait. Then here we go. Just make sure we maintain the height here just to pop everything and have it available in a predictable pattern. And that should... Nope. I was trying to get up there without activating that, but it seems like the snake block pattern is going to be a little bit difficult to... it's going to be a little bit difficult to avoid that, because if I jump up in that location, it looks like I will hit the block. So maybe that's not something I can very easily pass. Because you see how it's kind of going around that corner at the very end, such that the block is going to push right to left to get under that column. Yeah, it might be just a very tight jump. Yeah. You see, the thing is, if it weren't for some of the tighter execution windows, this would be a very reasonable kind of troll level progression. We'll try to make one attempt at that, and then we'll probably maybe bail from there. That will be a pretty absolute limit on how far we can get if we can't make that specific jump. So. Okay. Hang on, let's not do that. Yeah, it's a pretty relaxed room for the most part when it comes to execution, just until you get to that spot, and then there's a sudden spike. Whoops. Try to head back up. Hang on. We can get this. Okay. Count some booze. Okay. Oh, no. Always forget. Yeah, there's not really much of a reaction window if you don't just hold right blindly into that door. Okay. That is. Oh, whoops. No. Yeah, we'll make one more attempt on a spike block segment, and that'll probably be it. Hang on. But we need to get back up there first, of course, with the nominally easy part of the level. Oops. Okay. Alright, we've been really blowing this the last few attempts. Let's fix this up. Maybe a bit impatient to get back on course. Just to properly see the thing that we're working on. Okay, we will load that every time, just for clarity. Yeah, this will probably be the last attempt. We'll try to make it up there and see if we can get that push, but it's going to be a really tight squeeze to not activate that block accidentally. But anyway, if we kind of kill all the bullets at once, we at least have a pretty regular, predictable pattern for the next spawn. And we'll keep that in mind as we head up the column when it goes up later. Okay. Pop everything here and then nope, then that's it. Okay. Let's let people in Endless work on that. Thanks for that one, Awesome Lamp, but we're obviously going to look at this. 4-minute 38 clear check time. There's a lot coming past that point. And we barely got into it, so. The no was there for a reason, so it's probably not doable, perhaps, and yeah. Well, I don't know when somebody will clear this. Pass it on to Sugar Falcon Leg here. He was so kind to send us a fantastic playtest earlier today, right? So seems like his kind of thing. Anyway. That's a loss. Let's move on. Thank you, everybody, for waiting for so long in queue. If you have been waiting, I know some people might have ditched by now. Yeah, Awesome Lamp, feel free to throw that in the Discord, if you will. I think Oscar was gone for quite a while now, but we did see one level from him earlier today, so I don't feel bad about this. So we'll probably go to Squink and then Power Mango, if you folks are still around. Squink, I do see you in the chat, but confirm if you please. If Squink doesn't check in, we'll put Power Mango in first, because sometimes people are AFK, sometimes they're looking at ads or not paying attention, but are still around. And our usual policy with that is to just bump them back one spot. So, Power Mango, it will probably be you, unless I hear from Squink in the next couple of seconds. So I think we'll probably rotate Squink back. We played one Squink level earlier today anyway, and Power Mango, you've been waiting forever, so let's do yours first. We're pretty casual about the way we run the queue around here, so we just try to prioritize people that I absolutely know are present. So yeah, Power Mango, let me know if you have a particular recommendation for what you would like, and we will look at it. Let me know what you want to see, because I don't know what you are proudest of, and moreover, what you think I can achieve. So. I don't think I played anything here, so just let me know. 2023 onward, okay. Well, I mean, we can just start at the top. That might be easiest. This seems like a really recent upload. You probably want to see it. Zesty Lemon. Didn't think that was on the ticket. Okay. SMBU1, and we just need to maybe pre-activate the Thwomp so it's heading back up that location. Can we? Yes, we can. Can we get on top? Looks like it'll probably be a jump out of the shell here. Let's just find where we're going. Side Thwomp. We'll just let it go. Oh no, it's going to be trapped by one-way panels. Okay, we did need to go fast. And after we go fast, we use the bombs to bust open the bricks to the right. Okay. Alright, then we're going to head over here, down, and then we'll take a bomb over. Mushroom, interesting. Assuming that we do want it, looks like it might be a damage boost through, that's okay. Oh, except we missed this. Right, no key here. Because we need key coins, we need 2 key coins. But unfortunately we can no longer get this. So we've been locked out. Yeah, I think you probably didn't account for the on-off switch killing the Thwomp, did you? Because it seems like you probably wanted the Thwomp to give us a consistent series of on-off toggles. And because we are basically locked in this position. I mean, you can take a death from a cannon, obviously, but basically we can't progress. So yeah, I think maybe you needed to do a little lock check there on killing the Thwomp. Which is very much doable. That's okay, that's what playtesting is for, that's why we accidentally break stuff all the time. Let's move one of these over. One of these, preferably. There we go. Lock the other one in place, which is great. And yeah, that's going to be trapped, so we'll just go over. Then, now we kill it. No particular reason, but just to show we can do it. One-way panel is going to trap it over on this side, so we kind of needed to anticipate it and get ahead of it. Or we can go through a door and reload it, which is better. This is going to be a bit of a weird angle. Unless, of course, we retain the mushroom up to that point. But it seems like it is just a weird angle. Let's let this guy down, of course. And let's head over. And over here. Yeah, that Thwomp is not really avoidable. Which means that we just need a good bounce. The other side. Hang on, let's do this again. We don't want to get trapped there, of course, which we could have if we were above the Thwomp. Yeah, we just need a really good bounce on this. That's going to be a little bit rough, I think. Because it's not going to be easy to get the angle we want, unless it's just precision landing to the right of the grinder. We'll see. I feel like it's not going to be a case of just a simple jump over a bumper, unless there's something about that jump we're missing. Yeah, that's pretty much a mandatory hit. Let's over. Trick here is not get trapped in the top right, because we wouldn't really be able to take a death there. So anyway, we'll let this guy go. No, we don't want to let him go. Let's redo this. Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about that saw blade down below. I don't think we can really get a very good angle on it. Unless we just kind of have to fall in smoothly. Ah, okay. That's kind of hidden information. I'm not too fond of that. Yeah, because I guess there's no other way around, though. Oh, and we missed that. That's okay. We've got more mushrooms. Yeah, got to account for invincibility frames, too, of course. Now, why would we need that? Still in the world, right? So we just jump over to the flag. Okay. Yeah, definitely do a couple of lock checks when you upload, because generally you don't want the player to be in a situation where you just kind of have to say, "Oh, I'm dead," and then manually reset. The other thing, you know, check if you can kill things that are vital pieces for activating switches, such as the thwomp. I think maybe you didn't predict that there would be the on-off kill on the thwomp. And the other thing is that, yeah, with the mushroom segment at the end, you'll notice that I still have invincibility frames to pass through this second blade in that sequence without having to deal with it. Even though it seemed like the intention there was to, you know, poke around there and check for the second mushroom and use that instead. So just be aware that, you know, when people can take damage and just blast through things with damage, they will do it, and it will take the path of least resistance. I think, other than that, it was just a cannonball for the ending. I think we did kind of do that as intended, so. Yeah, don't worry about it being terrible. I mean, that's what playtesting is for, and you can see what kind of quality checks to make. But thanks for that. You know, people kind of come to these level gems to try to get better, so you kind of have to see things break in playtesting to get to that point and look out for things to repair. This is a second call for Squink. If Squink is still not here, we will remove. I've kept Squink waiting for quite a while anyway, so he might just be lurking in chat. And then past that will be Roby. I think Roby's still here too. So yeah, Roby, you will be next. We'll finish with Roby, Pascal, and Error if everybody is still present. I don't know if Error is still here. I think they might have dipped already, but definitely Roby and Pascal are present, so let's take a look. Yeah, thank you for staying so long, Roby. I know you've been staring at the queue for a while as well. Endless Mad Mansion. A scary exhibition of bad level ideas and designs for both Sugar Falcon and Zero Planes. Yeah, that must have been kind of an interesting double feature. Pretty high clear rate on this one, though, so maybe it's just kind of a museum exhibition on it instead. Interesting that Sugar Falcon has gone for record on this as well. Anyway, high clear rate is probably a fairly safe environment for this, unless it's just one massive anti-soft lock. Let's take a look. Anyway, icicles galore on a rainy day. We're not in range of any of them though, so we don't need to worry too much about it. Let's hide in the museum. What does it say? P-I-C-K. Oh, pick a pipe, right? And then they're all demarcated quite differently. And we'll see where any of these pipes connect. I think this is just meant to look very geometrically disconnected. But maybe we'll get to planet space eventually. So these two pipes are matched. Let's check the other two. We don't want the one with the one-way panel necessarily because that'll be one way. This is a big no. And we wait. Try to jump to the beat. Like I've been saying, I'm playing a lot of Mario Maker 1 lately, and just because of there not being as many switching mechanisms to work with, it's pretty interesting how many waiting segments there are in some very well-designed levels, in fact. Find a key, I mean, you know, this is what we saw recently in Super Mario Wonder. We know exactly how to play this. You just need to switch between all the different available characters until the invisible blocks are revealed to you. We are, of course, going to check every block here just to be extra thorough. Interesting gap over here. Yeah. And the bosses will just kind of punch each other out. Okay, that's works. We will, of course, poke around a little bit. Nothing, though. Okay. Let's continue. Spam. Well, we don't see the spam in this room yet, so I guess it's just in anticipation of the next one. Okay. Music level. Rather catchy. Guess we'll listen here for a moment. Nice work on the polyrhythms. And naked pipe, probably. So avert your eyes if you're not old enough to see this little bit here. We're going to look at some plumbing. It's going to violate somebody's privacy, I'm sure. 50 coin, yay. And enter that one. And yeah, a little bit more fun with pipe stacking, like in the old days. This is telling you right to go into the pipe here. Obviously, we're going to check the door. Because of course. Oh, maybe that is progression though, so maybe should have gone back to check the other one. I don't know, because of you... we'll check it. Why not? We're touring below. Oh, is that it? Okay. I was hoping to see the other side. I might even go back through this to see the other side, to be honest. Oh, that's just a 30 coin up there, though. Anything else to look at here? Oops. Oh, pretty gentle exit then. And look at that, it's no longer raining outside. That's progress. Thank you for that, Roby. It's not quite an endless Mad Mansion. Oh, well, I guess if you get it in Endless, then it is an endless Mad Mansion, because it's the kind of level that you would pick up in Endless. Especially now it's been sufficiently liked. Give you that. It's funny because I've seen actually a lot of museum levels that are not, you know, bad concepts necessarily, but, you know, just sort of museum gallery style levels lately. Particularly in Maker 1, because there was actually a ton of that stuff going on. With all the aesthetic possibilities there. I'm kind of curious about comments on this one, in fact. Nothing that interesting. This guy, of course, tried to give you a little spin jump indicator here in SMB1. Oh, a nice one by Ronman. Actually, let's take a look at that one. Ronman really had to put in some work here. And Pascal will almost certainly queue you up next, and you'll likely be the last one today, but if it's quick, then we might have room for something additional. So let's mark that as a win. And head on to Pascal, who I believe is still here, but you can confirm for us if that's the case. And I'll dial this in anyway, since I see you in the chat and we have time. Super New You event level. Yeah, I guess we'll take a look. Yeah. Have I played your levels before? I thought I had, but we'll take a look at this. Maybe not. At least not recently. Okay. Optional numbered red coins. We'll take a peek. If it's quick, we might just have a bit of an earlier finish than usual today. So we took way too long with some of the playtests earlier, but that's okay. Okay, looks like it is Squirrel. And Squirrel wall jump. You could probably wall jump on the left over here. We know that trick from other places. And then I see. Now we can spin up here. There is an optional coin hunt for those who are technically inclined. And then we'll... nope, we don't want to do that. Hang on. Try to ascend with the squirrel there. But we need to target that a little bit better. Now, this is the classic squirrel conveyor cling. Very popular mechanic. Oops, nope, my mistake. That's okay, we'll just get another one. Then, oh, nope, hang on. We do need the on-off switch though, which would require me to have the squirrel coming into this, wouldn't we? And that would give me access to the colors afterwards? Not really. We need to redo it. Although, if I'm sailing over the squirrel, perhaps I can just... This way? Nope. That's okay, we'll try to get up top and do this without taking too much damage, or... Well, we could have ground pounded out of that. Nope, trying to pull back. I think we do want to ground pound cancel that a bit. Nope, hang on. Keep missing it every time. You know, well, we don't even need to do that. We could kind of back in towards it. Let's show you what I mean by that. Just sail over here and just skip that. That's much easier. I want to try to make it up here. Need to have a bit of a higher entry, but I think we can do it if we just a bit careful. That. And then, after grabbing the propellers, we can propel. Interesting that there seems to be something up top over here. That's probably worth checking for coins as well. And it is. Number 2. Very kind of you to give me the numbers. Oh, no. That's okay. We have more propellers here. We can just fall towards it until we get another one. Can we? Yeah, and then it's going to be the flutter to get down below. Oh, no. And then we had to propel ourselves on the other end. Yeah, we just need to pull back against that. Always a little bit tricky to hit some of those margins, but... Okay, there we go. And then we can make it up here. Let's try not to make contact with the wall so soon. Can't quite see where we're going here. Yeah, looks like it's just fitting in through here, and then there's a coin down there, so we just drop down. And then, yeah, there's a little platform here. I guess that's what this is trying to tell you. Hard to see our headroom here, but we'll make do and make it like this. Okay. Not too bad. I don't know if we've missed... I mean, yes, we have. This is coin 4. That's okay. We'll just go down and get it. And 4 coins to checkpoint. That seems like it's on pace. Let's continue. Okay. I guess we got a choice. Usually I find Squirrel to be more flexible, but it kind of depends on our spacing here. I think we'll actually stick with Squirrel for the moment, and we'll see if I come to regret that. Propeller might try to. I mean, we get to choose every time we fail, so... Yeah, I get a bit of a better boost here with Propeller, and then see if the coins are going to be obtainable with either method. Looks like we would have to fall in from above. And then that definitely looks like a Squirrel column here. I do like this kind of dual design to this level where we get to see how the design accommodates both power-ups at once. It's pretty neat how it's done. Please fall in this way. No, no, don't want to do that. That's okay. I guess this is just kind of a damage check to get back down here. We're still going to try to do that segment with Propeller just to give it some airplay, which... Oh, Propeller Mushroom went all the way over. We'll have to let it despawn. I guess we could also switch to Squirrel. It's Crazy Wreck is suggesting there. Oops. Yeah. Actually, the one-way panel here... Well, I mean... That could happen. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble.
Oh no!
We could have triple jumped out of it, actually. Maybe, if there's no space. That's okay. Yeah, I like how both options are actually viable. Let's do 2. Look what works. A little bit tight spacing here and there, but I think do. Nope, it's okay. Nope. Not okay. Hang on, let's go over here to the top corner and then down. And then we'll... Yeah, that's probably not the right way to do it. But we can do that. Probably not the intended way to do that either, but we don't care. Not the clean way to do it, perhaps. Let's go over to the top over here. No, hang on. Yeah, in general I find the Squirrel to be a much better designed power-up. But we play with it so much more often that I might as well just play this with propeller for variety. Try to hit the ceiling. Go right. Whoops. Fine. Particularly with some of the tighter spacing around here, I feel like the vertical ascents on the propeller might actually be more useful. It's not that different from the cave spin, I suppose, and then, yeah, you just kind of do a little jump over here, and then put your head down. And see, we're on pace when it comes to coins. I hope I haven't missed 2 coins already in a previous section. I mean, I guess we could always attempt to check. Yeah, because it seems like the whole section after that we'll probably need. So we'll continue on the assumption that there's more to see. And yeah, Error, you are next in the queue after. Let me check. Yeah, Error, you are next in the queue after this level. So just stick around, and if you're still here at the end of this level, we'll play yours. I didn't miss anything. Okay, good to know. Let's go. I mean, you do number everything, so it's actually kind of nice to know where we are in a big coin collection. Let's be careful with the big here. I mean, we get more power-ups. We can just... Oh, whoops, totally lose one. And here's 1 coin. 7. Should probably get a power-up. I recommend propeller all the way over. And then, oh. We'll pop him until he lets me down, and he's going to try to follow me over this way. Let's be careful here. Nice sequence. Whoa, he's going to get in close. Not close enough for me to jump on him. Lots of power-ups to refresh it, though. Too bad about the photo boost spawning right on top of that other propeller, but we'll make do with it. I think we just go round and round a couple times until we... Oh, okay, we got damage here. That means that's okay. Oh, that's not so okay. I think we just go down quickly enough to fall through. Oh, no, didn't see that. Guess we have to fly over there. Last coin is probably safety then. I'm looking at it. And let's do this. That's fine, we'll just grab another one. Just light everything up and then... Oh, yeah. Yeah, shell form's gonna send him over and then we get that immediately. And then we want to go down before running into problems. Oh, didn't mean to cycle around like that. Nope, hang on. The other one. Yeah, basically you need to hit the on-off switch and cycle around quickly enough. Oh, then we're going to run into problems here. If there's any kind of power-up refresh, and I don't think there will be. I think at this point if you don't have the flight power-up, you are dead. But yeah, because you can't twirl over there well enough. Yeah, it's too bad that these situations do happen where you just kind of realize you can't progress. Oops, didn't mean to grab that. That's okay. And open up, please. Thank you. And yeah, he's well out of range to spawn anything at the moment, so we'll just try to get down. Oh, nope. Yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate position, though, no matter how you look at it. Nope, and then yeah, we need to not loop around back up here, obviously. Okay, now we go through. P-switch, okay, that works. Then the squirrel. We'll take the P-switch with us just in case we want it. We might need a P-jump here in a moment. Get out of trouble. There we go. Okay, that seems like it was the intended pattern to drop like that. Good thing we had the spare P-switch to jump on. A bit of a block crush over here. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, we just pop him. Yeah. Oh, and then we are down. That's okay. We just kill him in this location, and then I don't think we need a flight power up from here necessarily. Oh, there we go. There's a key, and hopefully there's no flight check as we finish. Safety coin, and then let's see the bonus. Okay. Anyway, flight power-ups galore. Just grab what we can, and then even some one-ups at the end, although you'd need to jump up towards them. Which we can do. Yeah. If we really want them from endless. There we go. And yeah, thank you for that, Pascal. Had to get around a little bit of tight spacing with some of the limited power-ups in Ludwig's Zone, but hopefully that was a valuable first clear to watch, and of course thanks for offering me the first clear as well. That time is not going to hold, obviously, and it was nice to do the optional route with all those conveniently numbered coins, so mark that as a win, and let's get to Error, if Error is still here. I do see Error still hanging around in the chat. It would be nice if you could check in, but we'll take a look at what the code is at the very least. And we'll likely close with this level today, whatever it is. Error 822. Let me know what you would like to see. Spam A, escape room, don't touch the ground, tiny speedrun. Yeah, let me know if you have a particular preference. And if not, we'll just have to pick something. We'll just give you a moment to respond. If Error's not here, we'll still grab something. We'll probably grab the escape room just to see what it is. And yeah, if Error is not actually here, then we'll potentially have time for one more. I mean, I don't know if anybody got here after closing who wanted to get this mission in and couldn't. But let me know if that is the case, and we try to accommodate. We'll pick something anyway. I mean, I know Error might not be here. We might as well see what's in this. Might be something reasonable. So, yeah, nothing scroll stop on the right. Looks like it's grabbing this, and then, yeah, then probably an up throw to grab. Well, I mean, you can first of all raise this, and then that gives you a key. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if you would need a bomb going into the next room. It's entirely possible, but we'll see if we need a hot potato our way through there or something. Oh, this feels like Maker 1 almost with the immediate power-up check. That's fine. Power-up check is what it is, and we have an object we can check around. Blaster might give you something useful. Sidewamp or not? Probably a POW that we need off of this to eliminate both the munchers and the Sidewamp. See if it is a POW. It is not. It is a star. Star will get you through the swamp, though. And then there will be a P-door that is necessary to get you to get a coin. We need a bomb in this location if we want to, but we have a mushroom already, so maybe that's not necessary. However, that might be a spawn block or something. Or we need to come back and see what that gets us. Let's go through the door then. Oh, that does get you a POW to get through the munchers. Then, with the P-switch, we could do that too. I feel like that might not have been the intended sequence, but we don't care about intended sequences anyway, so... looks like it's potentially bombed down here, and then... Yep. Oh, let's maybe let that down first. Then we'll eventually get some kind of key. We take the P-switch with us back to the other room, or pre-activate it. Do pre-activate it. Well, I mean, we know there's the POW here that's supposed to get you through the munchers, but we don't care. We're going to take the P. Keep a spring because it seems like it's extremely useful. We can get locked here if we don't get out before the P-door expiry, so that is a locking potential that we need to be aware of. We probably need to get through the munchers for coin 3, I would be guessing. So let's grab this after all. And then, do we have any object to take down with us? Not really, but the Koopa shell might be interesting eventually if we drop a bomb over here. We'll keep our eye out for something that a bomb might be useful for. Or something that the shell might be useful for, rather. Oh, these munchers falling down towards you are definitely a bit of a risk. Kind of saw that coming, but we're going to come back here and grab an object. POW would be useful, spring would be really useful, so yeah, I think... I mean, we can always change our mind about what we want to break open, but... Grab this, try not to get trapped. Take this with us. We haven't even seen what's beyond the key door yet, but I'm just kind of guessing that this might be helpful. Star might be helpful as well. We haven't used a Koopa shell. I don't know why it would be necessary, but okay, that's it. Yeah. I feel like there were a couple of pieces here that we didn't interact with, and maybe there was an intended sequence we didn't see, but... we'll take that. So, thank you once again for all the submissions today. I think we'll probably finish on that unless, once again, if somebody came in after closing and wants to drop something in, do let me know. Otherwise, we will call it for now, right around on target at the 4-hour mark. And we'll send you on somewhere else. So, thank you once again to all the people who submitted their levels today. Always a very interesting batch. We had some pretty fascinating stuff earlier on in the stream as well. For those who don't know, I am mostly running Super Mario Maker 1 throughout the week. We still come back to do Maker 2 and particularly viewer levels most weekends. But during the weekday streams, it's almost all Maker 1, and we've been recording as much as we can of a lot of notable makers and a lot of great levels that cannot be duplicated in Maker 2. Pretty much nearly everything we've been playing, in fact, can't actually be replicated faithfully, because there are just so many changes between the two games, much more than I recalled. But we're going to be continuing that series throughout the week, so we hope to see you there for some of that. And if not, we will, of course, be back to play some more of your levels, week to week, in Maker 2 as well. Thank you so much for joining me for the stream, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you to the new people who came in as well, Power Mango, who dropped in a couple bits earlier. Much gratitude for that. We'll send you on to a raid in just a moment. And once again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week ahead of you when it comes to playing or making or anything else. And thank you for sending your levels. As always, have a wonderful day ahead of you. And fare thee well.